Anyhow, let's get to it.
When they're both so hot, they wish it were a breeze. The girls can't help a cock block when they just wanna sit down under the trees. Can't help but to let them see them sweat. Wanna shop at the stores, but they don't fit in. All that weight on their back, but they ain't benching. And they can't run nowhere without somebody tripping. Hell was fit in the freeze, but the bitches got several degrees. Would've traded in their D's for some A's, but here they all stuck with them G's. They be ready just to give them away. The committee always say pretty please. When they're larger than life, they're in the way. It's hard trying to weather them humidities. When it ain't their fault, they're in a different class of DNA. Scheduled for 1 in the fall when they post on the wall. All scream TV. And the crowd goes wild, wanna wrestle in the ring, trying to pin them down. On the ropes with hopes the top come down, but they ain't get eye contact in a while. Hell was fit in the freeze, but the bitches got several degrees.
Give me a moment. What's good, Happy Sky? Yo, I'll put the sky. Don't unfriend me, yo. But you set yourself up for that one. Hold on. We still warming up, though. Let me get it going some more. What's good with you? It's a V-Bad, bro. Sounds Latin, maybe, or maybe it's just a nickname. I don't know. I'm trying. Bear with me. How's it going out there, though? How's it going? I appreciate having you. Truly do. Honored. Let me warm up a little more, though. Let me see.
Oh, boy.
Let's get it built up.
They out there calling niggas dinosaurs and shit.
Yo, wasn't it you?
I'm about to get a little cute, though. They think I can't get cute out this bitch.
That's not funny.
Still,
why am I laughing?
speaking in complete sentences. Still,
Last night
speaking
your pain
inky in a
happened.
little in Genesis for real. Believe deep within the nemesis, don't wanna kill, but you see them tweak on a pill and go on a drill crashing. Pass from unharnessed passion. Demons in the pigs make them jump cliffs splashing. Unsealing seals get them nodding off crashing. Pass from unharnessed passion. Cracks in the glass from my ill-gotten past. Went out with the trash, I stay deleting my trash bin. Titty talks often, sometimes I'm an ass man. African and Latin preferred if you're asking, but it ain't about race. Pale cheeks, son, I smashed it. Shot the shit out me, carrying that patent. The joy on my stick when I'm tackling her Madden. Like a maddened madman. If she say fast, I'm fasting. Can't possibly know what you asking. Alright though, you can get the pipe slow or get it so right. Yo, bad on that ass, get removed like a light bulb. Selfie stick extend, looking like a light pole. Slide it back in after you download my light code. Still expressing my animal. Watching anime while you're edging on the camera. Your cake and a man, and in the cold stamina. Paying Apple Pay. Are you crashing? What I mean to say is, you spending the night, I'm a motherfucking bachelor. Even though my credentials convey, I'm a master. Still, you might hear him say, he's over the hill. He can't be for real. He gon' need a pill. How he playing fuck, marry, kill. Ain't nobody fuck, marry, but still, I'm still keeping it real. When keeping it real is no longer real. You gon' shuffle to this shit, what's the deal? You gon' come over for dick or just chill? Either way still, look at your bill. Look at mine, classic, Cadillac DeVille. You're looking like a meal on wheels, on the rail. Worn pennies match, that ain't blue, that's teal. That ain't no TV, baby, that's a real. An astral projector for Netflix, chill. I can make a spatula, act like a grill. Abracadabra, dab with a deal. Have your panties slide off your ass and your feels. From laughter, chiropractor, that's a skill. I'm a pterodactyl with the bills. I'm a Thurman Thomas with the bills.
now.
I go after commas like a zebra with zero tolerance for shills. I just build like a guard body in the 80s. Born real, a meal for the mills, a general with kills. Medals on my jacket, filled still. I might cuddle with you, cop a little feels. Hop a puddle with you, frolic in the field. Take a pic with you, consolidate a deal. Gossip get to going like we're fucking and we might. I heard trolls can't stand a light, but I was born on a full moon, we aight. Live long enough, you're the villain in somebody else's plight. Still, you might hear them say, he's over the hill. He can't be for real. He gon' need a pill. How he playin' fuck, marry, kill. Ain't nobody fuck, marry, but still. Keeping it real, and keeping it real is no longer real. You gon' shuffle to this shit, what's the deal?
What up?
You gon' come over for dick or just chill? Either way still.
That's what y'all trying to say I couldn't be cute. Like I couldn't be a gentleman or something. I still said some vulgar shit, true indeed. But still.
Well, all right. It is official. Welcome to another episode of Astrology After Dark, the Starcast. I'm glad that you could be here with me, whether it's 1, whether it's 3, whether it's 50. Bars are nice. We already know that. Album dropping soon or whenever. You know what I mean? But put the kids away. And I don't mean like in a closet or under the bed or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But put the kids away because it ain't no telling what I'm going to say. It ain't no telling what's gonna hit the screen and all that. Like I'm unhinged, okay? But that's why it's Astrology After Dark. You know, that's not exactly why, but it's better after dark because of those reasons, though, right or wrong. You know what I mean? But I hope everyone is feeling well. If not, maybe this is the time that you can start feeling well. Maybe this is the time that you will start feeling better. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. If you want to get in contact with me. All of this stuff, well, it's not true. Well, you could go to some of my old videos on YouTube and you can see all of the ways of getting into contact with me for readings, if that's a thing. Or, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. I added my company email address on here, as you see right here, media@piconfidential.com, if you want to reach out and contact me in some type of way for whatever type of reason. I better be careful when I say whatever type of reason, for serious inquiries only. So, what's going on with everybody? You know what I'm saying? How's your week been going? We are still in Libra season. It's starting to warm up, if you ask me. Not just by paying attention to the public at large, but in my own life. At the same time, this sign is about the public at large. It is about this season. This season is about that. So things are happening in the public at large as well. Some of those things we will be addressing. I decided to throw this up here, this picture, because I found it amusing. I truly did. And I said, you know what? I want to start this thing off with some humor. You know what I mean? Because enough real, or should I say, some trying things are happening out there in the earth right now, and sometimes we need laughter, yo. Laughter is great for the soul, and I appreciate laughter. So this is something that made me laugh. It might not make everybody laugh, but y'all know me. Sometimes I talk about that robot pussy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna miss out on it, especially if women are approaching the dating scene like that. And I'm not hating on anybody that's 6 feet or taller than me. It's just, yo. Sometimes when you turn on the TV, bars, you actually see women saying stuff like this. You know what I mean? So I just found this hilarious that he's walking down a hallway with a fucking robot, you know? Because we did leave this last episode talking about relationships and how, you know, everybody was going through it, man. My last few lives have been that way. So, yeah, pretty much. But what's going on? Y'all all right? Y'all good out there? I hope so. I truly do. I'm laughing at some of y'all pain, but shit, I'm laughing at my own pain too, goddammit. All right, we in this together. That's what this is about. So let's set it off.
Lives. I will go through your phone in sickness and in health and accuse you of cheating whether I have found proof or not. I promise to gain weight and let myself go until you no longer want to stick your penis inside of me. When times get rough between us, I will complain more and listen less, never pray about it, and make us both look marrying me about all the guys I let slip of my life and never, ever leave you.
Was y'all able to hear that, or are we having technical difficulties? I don't know, but that wouldn't be nice, I'll tell you that. This is Booty has entered the building. You ain't missed much, just the intro, a new song being played. You ain't missed much. And some robot pussy. You ain't missed much. That, not no act literally, but just a photo, you know what I mean, of men dating robots in the near future because women only want... It was no sound, right? Let me try that again. Let me see if I can do that again, because I don't know. I didn't like that. It's like, it seemed like a technical... Yeah, it was a technical difficulty.
Take you, Zeus, to be my lawfully wedded financial supporter. I vow to stress you the fuck out and eat off your plate for the rest of our lives. I will go through your phone in sickness and in health and accuse you of cheating whether I have found proof or not. I promise to gain weight and let myself go until you no longer want to stick your penis inside of me. When times get rough between us, I will complain more and listen less, never pray about it, and make us both look stupid by airing all of our business on Facebook. And even though I got pregnant on purpose to trap you into marrying me, I still won't tell you about all the guys I let slip me out. I vow to love you for the rest of my life and never, ever leave you. As long as you don't lose your good-paying job with benefits, or I'll leave you for someone with good dick and money. I love you.
Okay, so hold on now. Hold on now. Round of applause for Essence coming in the building. What's up, Essence? Glad you could make it. I'm glad you could be here. I'm glad you could stop through. Absorbing that positive energy. That's what I'm talking about. Some optimism. You know what I'm saying? Let's feel good. Let's feel good. That's why I'm bringing the humor in. That's why you're seeing the humorous clips. I just want to set it over to a little laughter. Enough is going on out there. Could be a little trouble in the sum. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a little laughter in the air. But ladies, is it really like that? Come on now. That shit was fucking hilarious though. I gotta give it to them. Great acting on their parts. And damn, that shit just sounds critical, crucial, right? But is that what it's come down to? Is that what you see? Because being in the MGTOW community, we hear that often. Men hear other men saying that shit often. Like, it don't even be the woman saying it. Of course, it'd be, you could tell a man wrote that, right? But usually we hear guys saying shit like that. You know, I even carry certain tones that are relative to that type of content. But, you know, once again, I found it hilarious. So I decided to pull that up on the screen in another episode of Why I'm Still Single. For everyone that keeps asking, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, here's some more of a reason why I'm still on the next episode of Why I'm Still Single.
Back and forth, people hustling all the time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has time to start a relationship because we got shit to do. And all these other cities where it's better to date is because you're bored. That's what you do when you're bored. You start a relationship. Ugh. Hey, I don't have nothing to do. Me neither. Why don't we hold hands and start a relationship and get to know each other? In New York, it's like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Man, you can meet your future wife 10 times over on one block in New York City. In Queens alone, there's 167 languages spoken. You know how many types of women that is? Huh? Come on. You'd be like, nah, I want a Tibetan chick. Nah, I want an African chick from the Congo. Nah, I want somebody from Cameroon. Nah, I want somebody from Colombia. We got so much. I think that's what it is. 8.5 million people, man. It's a lot of choices. You always think you're going to upgrade the next block over. You understand? Look at all these people walking around in New York City. That is the reason. So all these other cities that are much better to date is because you're bored and you drive everywhere. That's why. But we walk. You can walk and meet your next wife. You can get on the subway and meet your future wife, or your future husband, or your future boyfriend or girlfriend. That's the reason. And another thing too, sometimes when you're on a date, a rat can break up your shit. You see a rat, you break up with the girl because you're so scared. You're like, man, oh shit, there's a rat. I'm gonna have to see you later. Our rodents will fucking cock block our shit. You understand where I'm coming from? Hell yeah, we got a lot of bums out here, a lot of crazy ass people, and sometimes that can fuck your date up. So there's a lot of obstacles. So that's what makes us the worst city in the world. But I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, something about being single in New York City, man. You always think there's some hope, but there really isn't. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing on why New York is so difficult to date in. Also, by the way, Los Angeles is second. Go figure. Because everybody thinks they're a fucking superstar. Huh? A lot of these girls think they're fucking models. Yeah, they take fucking 10 fucking pictures on Instagram. They think they're fucking models. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, everybody, narcissism is off the fucking hinges. That's another little problem, too, why New York is a little difficult to date. Everybody thinks they're a fucking model or a superstar.
Yeah. So that was on the latest episode of Why I'm Still Single. Godfrey speaks. I fucks with Godfrey. I know here and there I do the celebrity thing, you know what I mean? Godfrey, that's just my guy. I can't, like, comedy, you know what I'm saying? I want to laugh. I like to laugh. That motherfucker is funny. Let me see what y'all got to say. Goes both ways. Yeah, I started that. Reciprocal intention should be the goal. Yeah, that could be the goal. It should be the goal in a perfect world, in a perfect relationship. And yeah, I say perfect because once you get reciprocal, to me, that balance is what makes it perfect. That's why we're having this conversation right now at this moment in time, because we know we can do it. We know we can do it. We out here playing games and shit. Not true. I want a relationship. I don't care about other stuff. You don't care if your man is a... Okay, so Happy, you saying you don't care if your man is a 6. Licious, I think I'm talking about 6 out of 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, Licious Booty. Oh, okay, you got it. You understood. My bad. I love a medium ugly man. Keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean for the medium ugly men. Word? Gotta have something crooked going on. You know what I'm saying? Something fucked up about you. No 10s. Do not marry 10s. Do not take 10s seriously. Also, that's what's said. You know what I'm saying? It's said to run from the baddest bitches. Ponder this. Perhaps we're being emotionally engineered to not care for each other. Personally, I think it's COVID shot side effects. Oops, I said that out loud, so I better start reading these comments fully in my head before I say them out loud. But I think it's safe to actually say that word now. I know when it first came out, it wasn't. I tell you that. Sure, personality is most important. I hear that. Say that now. Because y'all don't want to end up like that chick in the hallway when dude walked by with the robot. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't want to end up like this, like her. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Because niggas that had those robots on back order in a minute. For your information, I'm not vaccinated. As above, so below. If you know, you know. Okay, I fucks with that. I fucks with you. Hold on, you gotta get in here with that. Gotta sound off on shit like that. Hold on. But yeah, you might have a point there, Essence. Emotionally engineered. That's the first time I've heard that, and I like it. I like how that sounds because you know what? You know what's funny about? It's not funny, but you know what's peculiar about the emotionally engineered statement is that like it almost feels like majority anyway are being engineered to lack emotion, to not show emotion for each other, to be starved of it, to be void of emotion, like there is some type of like it's a flaw. And it's like the saying gets louder now of don't let your emotions supersede your intelligence. But now it's just like, shut your emotions off. Don't have emotions. And I think that actually leads into why some of those guys go armed inside of schools. I think that leads to some of the reasons of why some boyfriends lose their temper and go ape shit and do the worst to their spouse, and vice versa, women to their men, because of the lack of expressing emotions, the bottling in. You know what I'm saying? Trying not to lose face and shit like that, and that shit is backfiring, if you ask me. Them robots can do that shit. Can't do shit but lay down. They can't do shit but lay down, Licious Booty. They ain't throwing it back, right? Ain't no robots throwing it back. You got to be careful how loud you say that because somebody is watching. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is always listening. They going to hear that shit. They going to be like, oh, word? So that's what you want. You know? They fuck around and get creative. If I see a robot twerking and throwing it back, it's fucking done. Like, it's fucking over. Did y'all, you know what? I forgot. Probably next episode, I'm gonna try to look for something that I seen about the percentage of AI dating. I was like, what the fuck? Are you shitting me? Like, AI dating has taken off, y'all. There are people online dating AI at, I'm not even gonna say disturbing rates. I'm just gonna say at an increasing rate. It shocked me when I seen it. When I heard it, I was like, oh shit. It was a video that I came across. Might have been a couple of months ago though, before I started doing the podcast, so I didn't like bookmark that shit. Head and heart disconnectedness, right? That's like a chicken running around with his head cut off if you can't get these in sync, you know what I mean? And you can always expect some type of issue to derive from having that separation. I'm crazy. I'll tell a guy exactly what I feel all day. That scares them. Shit. That scares some. Some guys dream for that shit. Dream for it. Even if you talk a little bit too much, fuck it. Go ahead, run your mouth, ma. Cause you gonna say anything a nigga need to know. You know what I'm saying? All that shit gonna be out. Get it out. Shit. I'd rather that. I don't give a fuck, man. Because these days, the silent treatment is questionable. We've kind of went over that before. Like, yo, some of us don't want to rock the boat, so to speak. You know what I mean? To be like, yo, what's up with you? You know what I mean? Sometimes we feel like it's just better, and that's part of avoiding the emotions. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we feel like, you know what, it's just better to just, fuck it, you quiet, I'm quiet then. It's quiet. It's clipped. But that's all you say, because as soon as you say something other like, then they get the opportunity to be like, yo, you're emotional, or, you in your feelings. Get the fuck out your feelings. Ain't nobody say that. You ain't say shit, bitch. Fuck what you talk about? Say something. A man's loyalty is tested when he has everything. A woman's loyalty is tested when a man has nothing. You heard? Yo, that shit is deep. That's another one of them sayings that, when you really think about it, I like that saying. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I do. A dude married a sex doll he designed in Asia somewhere. All it takes is one for that shit to. Next thing you know, the motherfucking doll's gonna be on back order, and it was a sex doll at that. He probably got some. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some research on them. I'm gonna start bringing some of that content in here too, B. We're gonna start looking at that stuff because that shit shocked me, yo. That shit wowed me. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So motherfuckers is just online. I ain't gonna hold you. I be having a ball talking to AI too. I ain't like I be arguing with AI. I be probing the shit out of AI. Like, let me see how, but on some educational shit, like, yo, let me see how smart you really are. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how they programmed your ass. Let me see what they really filling your head up with. You know what I'm saying? That should be fun. And not for nothing, I ain't gonna hold you. Some of them are pretty capable when it comes to the work. So it's kind of like my assistant. On some of the stuff I do now, it is like taking some of that workload off. So I'm an advocate for it, especially I think the presidency should be canceled. Well, maybe not this one. This one's gonna be very exciting. Maybe this be the last one. Then the next one just be we choose a robot. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just tossing it out there. I might not mean it though. I'm just having conversation.
Now, hopefully not too many of you raised your hands, but as someone who's a year away from turning 30, I've been having to come to terms with a lot of things that I don't like. I'm never going to be a homeowner. I'm going to be trapped in the cycle of renting for the rest of my life. I'm never going to be able to have kids because they're far too expensive. My future is always going to be paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much I save. I'm absolutely never going to have a retirement fund, whatever that means. Speaking of which, I'm not saying that you should, drop out of school, but if I would have known how irrelevant high school was going to be in adulthood, I probably would have dropped out. I don't think I've used a single thing I've learned from high school in my adult life. Yay, I know that y equals mx plus b. Really wish I knew how to take out a loan, or file for bankruptcy, or do literally anything financial in the adult world. But at least I built character from being bullied. Speaking of loans and whatnot, I just paid off my car last year, and in my mind, I'm like, oh yay, we'll have some extra money. Until you remember that you have to pay a $400 property tax every freaking year. And then of course you have all the upkeep expenses, and speaking of that, let's talk about insurance. One of the most normalized scams in this country. How am I going to pay over $100 a month for insurance on my car, but then when something happens, they won't pay for a thing unless the cost is over $500 that I cover? A truck kicked up a rock at my windshield and I had to replace it with my own money because it was under $500. And then your rates go up, even though you did nothing wrong, and you've been paying them thousands of dollars for years. I love this country so much, because unless you are born into wealth, you have almost no chance of getting anywhere. It's either be born into wealth or get super lucky with meeting the right connections. And I'm so tired of this whole pull yourself up by the bootstraps or whatever they say. I worked 40 to 80 hours a week for 5 years. 5 years straight, no break. And I got nowhere. This is not how life is supposed to be. The rich run everything, and then you have poor people defending them. Y'all are so upset about a tax increase on the rich, as if the 40K that you're making is going to be affected in any way. And let's talk about taxes. Why are we all so okay with the government taking so much of our money and not representing us whatsoever? Not doing their jobs at all. And I know I'm just ranting in this video, and we'll get back to our normal videos very soon, but I'm just so frustrated and I hate not being able to see a future. Just everything in this country is set up so horribly, it all just feels like a scam. Capitalism is such a cute idea on paper, but it's not working.
Son was cooking. He was mad, man. He was big man. You see what I'm talking about? At least he was venting and getting it out, though. You know, all of that. He revealed he was bullied and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's give one round of applause for Lissy Darko into the building. That's right. That's right. Soul Tribe, Soul Family is here. You understand what I'm talking about? Glad that you are. I'm glad that you are. Thanks for coming through. Happy Sky says, this is another reason why some people might be a couple. Finances will be easier. You think? You know what I'm saying? 2 heads better than 1. 2 wallets is definitely better than 1. Let's make some noise for 2 wallets being better than 1. I don't care where you're from. Bars. Fucking nice. But that will always be the mathing. Shit. I'd tell me it's okay to date for financial security. You heard? But look, those are the conversations we should be having. People be doing too much, maybe trying to look the part. Maybe, just, you know what I mean? False advertising and shit like that, Just doing too much, especially in the beginning When it's like, yo, let's have the tough conversations. Let's stop playing around with it. Stop playing with people out here. Why we be playing with people? I'm saying we because I'm trying to make myself part of the group, but I'm lying, B. I'm not part of the group. I'm not part of that group. Like, I'm really not out here playing with broads no more, B. Real talk, like, the fuck? But dude had it. Like, he was fed the fuck up for real. I've been guilty of this before, my healing journey. I asked myself, what is in me that attracts this dysfunction? So I changed and addressed my own issues, because you are what you entertain. That part, you know what I'm saying? Make some noise for that. Accountability. Yo, accountability is rare in women. Why is it when I do the star cast, that's when I hear women having so much accountability? Like, I fucking love it, but where is this shit in real life? Like, when the camera's not rolling. Maybe we just gotta have cameras on all of the time. Joking. Libra be the watered down Capricorn. Oh shit, where'd you come up with that one from? Yo, you gotta sign the contract, right? When they say making deals with the devil, we talking about Libra. Let's talk about it, though. Let's talk about it. Like, dude was pissed off because of the wealth gap. Let's just keep it a bean, right? He put it out there. He said, yo, the rich run it. Newsflash, America is ran by rich families. America's a Cancer. July 4th, Independence Day, 1776. So what happened was a lot of families migrated here, and a lot of them came from the old financial capital, which is England, right? Let's keep it a bean. And they did investing in the New World. Back then, they called it the New World, all right? Pluto entered Aquarius when it got popped off. And it's full circle now. Pluto about to enter Aquarius again. So they financed this thing that's going on now. And they've been running it through families. So you may have seen those videos that we've been seeing about powerful bloodlines and stuff like that run the world. Those powerful bloodlines are part of the families that run America. And that's why there's such a dichotomy. That's why there's such a wealth gap. I didn't bring the list, but I keep telling y'all, like, I got a list of some of the first settlers on the pilgrimage over here who invested before they even got here. Some of these blocks right here in the city are named after those men, and they still have inheritance and roots in here, especially when it comes to finances. The boats that were brought over here were financed by particular people. I got all of their last names. They're still around. It's old money. And this is the dichotomy that we're experiencing right now. Yet, on the other hand, bringing up Capricorn, let's see, right? Which is the opposite of Cancer. We are in a nation that really abuses authority when it comes to Cancer energy, with the exception of those powerful families. I just got to keep it a bean. We keeping it a bean right now. Like, dude set it off, so I'm keeping it a bean after him. He had the heart to say it. He had the balls to say it. I'm having the balls to say it too. And I don't know why my horn's not blowing, but I don't like that. Come on, this tech got to get it together right now. What's up? But yeah, that's the story of that. More on the story of that as well, because I got a lot of information on that. You know what I mean? Which brings me to let me throw this up on the board, matter of fact, real quick. I don't know if y'all are a fan. I may be telling my age right now, but this was the origin story I didn't know I needed, people. All right? I just keeping it a bean. Spoiler alert, I seen it. I might fumble some shit out in case you didn't see it. But Transformers is my jam. Like, that's my shit. And they just popped off with an animated movie. And I heard people saying, oh, it's going to be corny. I'd never look at that as an animated. Listen, let me tell you, that shit was fire. All right? Now, I'll put this on the screen because I have questions if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, okay. But if you've seen it, I'm asking the question, was Megatron wrong? Was Megatron wrong? Because my thing is like this. The story basically broke down the story of the good and evil, you know what I mean? Hero's journey, a hero archetype, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Broke that shit down again, but it was done in such a way that it was fucking genius. It was brilliant to me. So the reason why I'm asking, was Megatron wrong? Because they caught, let's just say like they caught somebody in office being a fraud. All right? They caught somebody in office being a fraud who was an Autobot, or I guess you could just say a Transformer, because this is the origin story. So, but they was playing the good guy role. You know what I'm saying? And they had all of the slave robots, is what we're going to call them, mining in the fields, right? So they like mining for ore and a bunch of robot shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's their life. And that was basically Optimus Prime's life, and that was Megatron's life in the beginning. You know what I mean? And they wanted to grow up and be like the older robots that first sparked it off and got it popping, and they had a war up on Cybertron and all that. They perished, and the good Autobot, the big dude, was just keep going back up to the surface looking for life, or looking for some like energy source or some shit like that, right? So all of the robots below in the dungeons mining all of this ore and shit, they was like, you know, feeling like they was part of the process. Like, yeah, we giving them energy to go up to the surface and find this, that, and the third, and we're going to be a great planet again, this, that, and the third. But Optimus Prime was a wild card. He was just always wanting to go on adventures and shit like that. So long story short, and him and Megatron, best friends in the beginning. Besties. Best fucking friends. They go on this adventure. They find some shit that made them powerful. They found one of the old fucking Autobots that died in the war. Regenerated his ass. He woke up, told them the story. Told them that their cogs was taken out when they were born. So I don't know if y'all heard them stories about, you know, our telomeres being capped off. And you know what I'm saying? So we can't age to the way that we're supposed to be aging, living fuller lives and shit like that. So that was kind of their story. So the old Autobot dude gave them their cogs back so they could get their spark back. Boom. So they sparked up. They start transforming and shit. They like, oh shit, we could transform. So they found out the whole lie. Everything was a fucking fraud. But Megatron wasn't going. He found that shit out, and he was tight. Like, yo, say word, I've been down here in the mines busting my ass day after day for this nigga. And he going back up here and he giving it to the overlords, like the Dark Lords. You know what I'm saying? Like the Sith type shit. So while Optimus Prime was like, yo, don't worry, we gonna go back up and tell everybody the truth. Media, right? Prime like, yo, we gonna use the media. We gonna put it on the TV and show everybody the truth. Megatron like, yo, what the fuck is that gonna do? Tell them the truth. Like, everybody worships that nigga. Who are we to say that they even gonna believe him? Like, the motherfucker's a superstar, like a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was breaking it down. And Prime kept trying to talk Megatron out of it, but you gotta understand now, this nigga fucking can transform now. He turned into a fucking gun. He could shoot shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Megatron feeling that power now. And he was just like, yo, he was trying to hear Prime, but he was just like, follow me. So he just got on his leadership shit, because Prime always acted like a leader. Megatron was just on some following shit in the beginning. I'm keeping it a bean. But once Megatron found his powers and he found out dude was a fraud, that's when he became a leader. He was like, man, just follow me. We gonna go back to the hood or whatever. Man, they get back to the hood. I ain't gonna say everything to the T, but let's just say Megatron wasn't going, B. And all of this time, I'm thinking that the Decepticons were big Pisces energy. You know, Pisces rules over deception. I'm thinking the Decepticons is just out there deceiving every fucking body. But the reason why they picked up the name Decepticons was because in the origin story, they were deceived by the fraud Autobot nigga. So at the end, Megatron like, yo, he branding everybody with the Decepticon symbol. He like, yo, we will be deceived no more. Decepticons rise up. I was like, yo, this shit is hard. So I'm gonna just leave it right there, right? I'm just leave it right there, boy. If you get a chance, especially if you got kids and shit, let them see that Transformers joint, B. True talk. I had to get that out, yo. That shit. I'll probably watch it again. Let me see what y'all talking about. If you won't date you, why should they? I'm just saying, dating, gather the data without the filtered version. Dig deep, ask the hard questions, know what's going on. Truth or dare to live a lie. I like playing truth or dare. We can do that all day. But that's how I'm on it. Like, and this is. I'm gonna put this out there. I've been putting a lot of stuff about myself out there lately. This Starcast has got me revealing certain shit about myself. I do notice that. Somebody tugged my coat about that too. Like, yo, you be public talking about shit about yourself. That's why. And I be like, you got a fucking point there. I had to think about that shit. But anyways, moving forward, we here now. Fuck I'm supposed to do now? Shy away? So that's part of my Venus and Aries. I teach astrology anyway. I might as well teach this. Venus and Aries is pretty forward when it comes to expressing how you feel about someone, or at least how you. It's very challenging to hide how you feel about something or someone when you feel it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like not. We don't give a fuck about losing face if you got a Venus and Aries. You just forward with it like, yo, you fucking hot. Like, yo, I like you. I want to hump your brain. Whatever. Like, that shit is going to come out, B. And what it does is it plays your hand rather early. Because the Aries energy is swift. It jumps right on it. It's forward. Like, yo, that's how I feel about you, man. Fuck is you talking about? What we doing, you know? And that could be kind of intimidating. It could be kind of scary. But for me, it's just like, yo, I'm putting my balls on the table now. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Because for one, it's going to show me sooner than later where we stand. And I'm not saying that it has to happen right now. I'm not rushing no one. But at the same time, I like to be out there so you can't blame me later on and be like, yo, I didn't know what you was talking about. I didn't know what you was thinking. I didn't know if you felt the same. Bitch, I probably told you I felt something before you told me. Sometimes. Let me stop acting like I always do it. I'm just saying Venus and Aries is like that, B. When motherfuckers feel something, they gonna say that shit, yo. So I agree. True, you're right. I gotta work on myself. I match energy, so you'll show me how you're gonna act. Transformers, so you can get if you cross me. I didn't get that one. I didn't understand that one. Ben, what's the longest you ever water fasted? I ain't ever water fast. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna try to sit up here and act like I'm some fucking monk. I have not ever water fasted, and I probably won't. I'm just keeping it a bean. It's tough enough fasting regularly. You know what I'm saying? Now a juice fast, I've done that before. And I've done that maybe 2 weeks. I told myself I was going to go 6 weeks. Didn't happen. I went 2 weeks. I would have to watch the movies in chronological order. I know a lot about Venus and Aries. Do you, Ulysses Bode? Aries falls in love every 5 minutes. You get a hug. You get a hug. You get a hug. You get a hug. Fuck that. I'm just saying, you gotta shoot your. That Venus and Aries shit is just like, yo, shoot your shot, or say something, do something. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have regrets after that, B. You don't have regrets behaving like that. You know. And I'm a Pisces soul, so it's gonna be a little flirting in there too. So it ain't gonna be like, oh, I ain't know you felt that way about me. When I was younger, yes, because I am a Virgo rising. So it's going to take me some time to warm up to you because of that. So that's my only filter, is I got a Virgo rising. So I can be very relaxed, laid back, reserved, to where people may not know. But if you get me in the mood, fuck that. You will know. In some type of way. You might laugh and be like, oh, you funny. It's not all a joke, what I just said. Fall in love every 5 minutes. That's funny. But listen, right? Back to the matter at hand. I want to know, man, was Megatron right? Shit, because Autobots kill motherfuckers. So Prime kept trying to stop Megatron from killing shit. And Megatron was like, yo, nigga, enough with this. Like, yo, you don't see what the fuck is going on with the society? We gotta off this nigga, B. He didn't try to play us, he played us. And if we let him live, they're gonna do it again. Man, I'm gonna watch that shit again. Fuck that. Which makes me raise the question, did Jesus set us up when he talked about daily bread, or was he protecting us? Let me read this. Hold on, I gotta make this a little larger. So the first and most obvious okay, wait. One portion of the prayer says, y'all familiar with the whole daily bread thing, right? One portion of the prayer says, give us today our daily bread. The first and most obvious meaning of this request is that God will sustain us physically. Jesus was perhaps alluding to God's provision of manna, which was given every day in the desert. We recognize God as our provider and rely on him to meet our daily needs. This does not mean that we expect God to literally rain down manna on us, but that we understand he is the one who makes our work fruitful, sometimes even meeting physical needs in miraculous ways. Shortly after instructing his followers how to pray, Jesus talked to them about anxiety. He said, therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Interestingly, in the Lord's Prayer, the request immediately preceding the appeal for daily bread is for God's kingdom to come. Pause, because that's crazy work, but let's hear it one time for daily bread in God's scriptures. You see, sometimes, look, I'm not anti-Christian, you know what I mean? Sometimes I go in the scriptures, I bring them out, you know what I mean? But it's like, yo, it makes me question that. And the reason why I bring that up, I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. Trust me when I tell you. Because we're talking about this dichotomy. We're talking about the wealth gap. We know it exists. You know, the TikTok videos keep TikToking. Like, TikTok is not playing. We're going to get to that in a minute as well. But all of these truths are being unearthed. We can obviously tell that they've been hidden from us. They just resonate so well. You know when you hear something, the accuracy that it can have. And when people that are not, how do I say this? Because I don't like the term having too much money. I don't think that's fair. I think when people behave in a way based upon the money that they have, then that can become an issue. And you can be rich or poor with that type of behavior. But let's say when it falls into the hands of those who are uber wealthy and they behave in ways that are monstrous and stuff like that. And in contrast to that, the everyday person is focused on daily bread. It's like you don't have, imagine if you had allegedly too much money, or just a lot of money, to the point where your day is preoccupied by thinking about what you're going to do with the money, how you're going to utilize it, not to like, how you're going to utilize it to like be an overlord, how you're going to utilize it to become greedy. That's what I mean to say, to become greedy. And then in contrast, you got the regular person, or the everyday person, should I say, that is just focused on the next step that's in front of them, the essentials, the basics, and then what happens. And what's happening with this conversation that we're having, the dichotomy, the wealth gap, the greedy versus the everyday person, is that it's a Mercury versus Jupiter discussion. I was having a discussion with someone maybe a couple of days ago, and they brought this to my attention about Mercury and Jupiter, of Mercury having a more kid-like approach and mentality, and Jupiter having the more wise and old man and, experienced type of archetype, which is true, very true. And I agreed. I said, you're right. And it's like sometimes that Jupiter archetype takes over and consumes and just drowns out the young curiosity that comes with the Mercurial archetype, right? When you think about it, like you got a prominent, I'm going to use this person as an example, a prominent Gemini that gets a lot of attention is Kanye. And he always speaks about free thoughts, right? As much as he's out there with other shit. We're not going to get into that. But I do want to bring that to the forefront because that's what Gemini energy is. The innocence that comes with the basic education, third house shit, when you communicate with people in your community, especially in your younger years, it's so innocent. It's so like, yo, we're going to put together these ideas, you know, we're going to be rappers and then you can be the biggest rap group in the world and shit. All that shit starts with Gemini energy. You know what I'm saying? Until you get into the industry, whatever industry it is, and then you run into the overlords, you run into the people who've been there, the wise, you run into the people, the Jupiter archetypes, the big wigs, the whales, the sharks who've been there. They kind of, what's that word, jaded, a little jaded, but definitely experienced to the point where they're grooming you and they checking you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? They're saying, oh, I was young like that once. I used to think the same way, right? And it's also unique that the Bible will have two quotes, one that supports the younger vibe, you know, always remain young or something like that. I'm butchering it. Y'all know what verse I'm talking about, right? And then the other one that says, when I was young, I thought as a child. Now that I'm an adult, I think like a grown man. That shit. And it's just like, that's very contradictive, right? But that's the conversation that I'm talking about. It's Jupiter versus Mercury. And it's like, there's going to come a time, or there should come a time when there's a balance brought between the understanding of those archetypes, especially the mentalities, and then a bonding between those archetypes, a relationship, an agreement that doesn't break the bond, because whenever that bond is broken, it gets nasty, it gets ugly. This is why the youth rise up against the old, and a lot of the times the youth gets crushed. What generation do we know that took over the older generation? You get what I'm saying? So it's fucking wild. Like, I'll tell you a story. I'll give you an example, right? So one time, if y'all follow me, y'all already know. Sometimes I just won't pay a bill. Like, I'll just take mad long to pay a bill for whatever reason, right? So let's just say in this particular reason, or this particular time, I was just doing it, right? And not for nothing, I have built a relationship with this person, or it wasn't even a person. It's really a business entity, and so I built a rapport with them. So it wasn't like they wasn't pulling the rug from up under me, but it was raising up. The tab was raising up to like in 1,000, y'all. I'm just keeping it a beam, right? So eventually they really came with it. You know, when they come with that real warning, like, look, this is getting a little out of hand. You know what I'm saying? You must do something about it now. So I took that warning as, okay. 3 o'clock in the morning that same night, I got an email from a contractor that I used to do some work with that was kind of like, I guess, out of business for a while. Sometimes it's like that, seasonal work and shit like that, especially when you're doing freelance work. 3 o'clock that morning, I got an email from them saying, you know, they got some work for the kid or whatever the case may be. My point is, and I went and I did it, and I got the money in like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and I paid the people back. We still have a relationship to this day. So my point being there is that I approached it with a curious mindset. I knew I owed the people money, and I was like, well, what happens if I don't pay them? You know? But in my back of my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna eventually pay them, but you know, I've been paying them for years now. What happens if I don't pay them? On some real curious, you know what I'm saying? Testing the old regime. You know, so I came with that Gemini energy to the Jupiter archetype, and it was like, I know they was kind of like, is this motherfucker testing me type shit? And it was true, I was. And the moral of the story is daily bread. Because I'm going to keep it a beam. When I don't pay certain bills, it's because I'm dealing with my daily bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm an entrepreneur. I don't get routine salaries and shit. I don't pay myself a routine salary. So when I'm doing my daily bread shit, I'm just going with the spirit. I'm just going how I feel and what needs immediate attention, what can wait, and what has to be done now. So in a way, that shit kind of protected me. And this is my point. I think because Jupiter also protects, which is wild about Jupiter energy. Jupiter is either going to be so large, bigger picture gets so big that it eats itself, it eats everyone around it out of greed, or it protects others by not letting them in the game, like gatekeeping and shit like that. And people be pissed off about that shit, but it's like how that saying go, what didn't happen for you happened. What didn't work out for you actually worked out for you. You get what I'm saying? And then when you get that wisdom, you be like, oh shit. It was like God was carrying me, footsteps through the sand the whole entire time. But I was being, you know what I'm saying? Maybe young and dumb, a little anxious, right? As the scripture said, anxiety. Fuck that anxiety shit. You know what I'm saying? Daily bread. I walked right into the money. Shit was, I got the money like this, paid it, boom. Still got a relationship. And they showed, this is what I'm saying, the balance that needs to be met. They showed grace with me by being the OGs. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, you got that? Like nothing ever happened. You know what I mean? Let me catch up with y'all. What's going on over here? May God be with us all, you heard? Let's give a hand clap to God and all that. You know what I'm saying? Higher power, you know, however y'all choose to attribute it. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Be with us all. The Illuminati, they're controlling everything. Are you in the Illuminati? What emoji did you use after that? Oh, you really want to know. That's the I really want to know emoji. I haven't taken any Illuminati rituals and shit like that. I've studied them before, but I'm not, you know, I'm not no knighted apprenticeship or none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm an illuminated individual. Put it this way. I'm not the Illuminati on how these motherfuckers is talking about Illuminati. Like that shit is starting to sound like a fad, like a trend. Like that shit is serious. The shit is serious. Which one of y'all are not illuminated? I don't think anyone here right now is not an illuminated one. I think we're maybe having a different conversation when you ask that, Happy, to keep it a bean. But, you know, I don't go around toting that I'm Illuminati, though. I'll tell you that shit right now. Entitlement. Regarding money, entitlement, gratitude versus greed. Right. The greed takes over to a point where people start believing that they're God or they're God on earth. And not for nothing, sometimes they get captured because Jupiter's also the judge. 9th house rules over Sagittarius, rules over the judges in the courts. So sometimes they got to go grab their own people. Like, yo, we really let you run amok, but you've done too much now. You bad king now. We got to sit you down. There's a lot of that shit happening right now. It's another reason why I'm bringing it to the forefront and why we're talking about it, because it's right in front of our faces. It's right in front of our faces. It's kind of like we can see. So look, we bring up Illuminati, right? Listen, my intuition has been so sharp lately. I can't deny that I'm illuminated. Like I won't ever deny that I'm not illuminated. I won't say I'm not illuminated. Because not only is this shit right in front of my face, it's in front of y'all face too. If you're looking, it's like I intuitively felt all of this shit anyway. I've intuitively felt like certain things were holding me back and pushing me back, like a force that is more powerful than me. You understand what I'm saying? And I say that humbly because I can tell when something is out of my control. And I can also tell when there's a reason for it. And I look at it with an optimistic light and I'm like, I become clever in that moment. When the opposition, I guess we can say, feels that they're clever because they got all the resources, they got all the power. Not knowing behind the scenes in the dark, they may really work for me. We're going to have that conversation. Scorpio season is going to be lit. We're going to have that conversation. I'm not ducking the smoke. We're going to have that conversation. Scorpio season is going to be fucking lit. We're going to have some, man, listen. I'm really considering getting a reading with you. You're very knowledgeable. Thank you, Essence. Let's give a round of applause for Essence saying she's gonna fuck around and get a reading from the kid. know what I mean? As a matter of fact, you go to my website, plug time. Got to do my own commercials. www.buyconfidential.com. You can go there. You'll find my products on the Star School page, the Rated Benjamin page. And those will be updated on I don't know how continuous, but moving forward, I'm always coming up with new products, new mindsets, new things that I discover in astrology. So, it's really good to know these things, though. These things have saved my life. These things, being illuminated, has saved my life. So again, I'm not running around with no stickers and no tattoos, and you know what I'm saying. But I'll be damned if I say I'm not illuminated. But I'm not out here bragging about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I think somebody asked me why do so many people hate Pisces men. And I'm just like, yo, some people get irritated by hearing this shit. They don't want to know this shit, and they be like, oh, you think you know everything? I love to say, yo, go check this shit out yourself. Go research it yourself. And none of us are really the same. Some of us actually are if we got the same natal charts, but most people are not the same, right? So I'll see something like, for example, if I'm reading a chart or something like that, I'll see something in somebody else. I'll be like, yo, I see you listening to that guru or whatever the case may be, but I bet you and that guru don't have the same natal chart. And if you don't, I advise you don't follow that guru's blueprint, because you will be super frustrated when you go and you sit in that conference and you pay for the course at the end when they call everybody to the table like, yo, who's signing up? Who's coming with me? $1,500 for the ticket. You went to the conference for free in the hotel, but now you got to pay $1,500 to get the package, right? And then all of these minions are lined up, and then you figure out that's not your North Node, B. You fucking with God when you go against your North Node. You fucking with God. You doing yourself a disservice. Let me not bring God into this. You're doing yourself a disservice when you hand over your reins to another person's blueprint if you don't have the same natal chart. It's different. Some people do align and they got natal charts that are so similar that it makes sense to go. It might even be divinely felt. Like, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to read that book and I'm going to take that course. But most of the times, no. I don't care how big and filled up the conference room is, the auditorium is, and I'm not hating. I'm an astrologer. I just can't hate. The truth be right there in front of my face all the fucking time. I do this shit for half a living at least, So, yeah, if you sleep with the powerful people, you will get fame and money. There's some truth to that. Oh, we're going to talk about that a little later on. Matter of fact, I'm saving that story for last. We're going to unpack that. There's some truth to that. But there are also some instances where, like, I sleep with women. I don't know. It's probably not going to sound like a flex, but I sleep with women who fuck more powerful people than me. Fuck more wealthier people than me. And then they come fuck with me. So what does it mean? You know what I'm saying? What does it mean? They might get the fame, and that's not in all instances, right? They might get some money out of the deal, but the fame, maybe not so much. It depends on what level. Happy that you fuck with the powerful and the rich. Because some of the powerful and rich, and probably a lot more than not, they sell you that dream. They dangle that carrot in front of your face. Oh, you're going to get this position. I'm going to make you my bitch. I'm going to make you this. And then what happens? It don't end up happening that way. And they like pour champagne on the bitch and be like, cancel this bitch. I'll buy a new one. Get out of here type shit. Vice versa too. Cougars ain't fucking around out there. Y'all distinguished bitches ain't playing out there either. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be having y'all little boy toys and be like, shoo, peasants, get them out of here, take them out, security, show them out. Like, it be like that too. You know what I mean? Abuse of power. That's when the Jupiter archetype gets corrupted, let's say. Corrupted. If you don't do anything for money, you won't do anything for money. Yo, you got, yo, Essence is bringing the bars out. I swear you be on some poetic justice shit. Like, but there's truth to that too. That'll take some time to fully unpack though. Kimbo Willy Wonka, what's good? Pierre, what's up? What's up? Let me give some rounds of applause for y'all coming in the building and all that. Yo, they gonna have to. Yo, y'all gonna fix my horn and my hand claps, yo. Anyway, where were we? Let me throw something up on the screen. Get us back in alignment. Fun fact, American-made products don't get stuck on cargo ships. Does anyone have any idea where I'm going with this? Does anybody know where I'm going with this? Because it's really true. Like, and I'm not trying to play nobody who didn't initially know about what's going on at the ports. So if you've been under a rock or you ain't been on point lately, there's this big thing going on at the ports, which is kind of like solved right now, at least halfway, where the workers went on strike because of some automation process that's going on. They got the robots down at the ports, pretty much. We started off talking about robots. They got robots at the ports, y'all. And the workers there are saying like, yo, this is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Robots don't eat the food and the stuff that we pulling off of these cargo ships. So fuck them robots. Y'all gonna pay us some serious money or we ain't working for y'all no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was going on at the docks or whatever. So what ended up happening is eventually, well, first I had to tell some of my people too, like, yo, don't let this shit be some type of fear mongering shit that they pull on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Import export is a shady business. It's a real, this is where you get the whole wash my back, I'll wash yours type shit. America is a Sagittarius ascendant too, by the way. But this is definitely where those quiet closet deals go down that most of the time don't get published. Like, you got to be on some real research and shit to find shit out like that. But it happens often. It happens often. As a matter of fact, I'll give you an example real quick. When the Barclays Center was put here in Brooklyn, someone was utilized as a face of that implementation in order to get the locals to go along with it, promising them certain things. What ended up happening was people who got employed were from different boroughs. Majority was from different boroughs. Very small amount of percentage of people got hired from Brooklyn. That's one. Two, there were some Chinese internationals that ended up getting, what do you call that? Whatever the paperwork is to come out here. And they didn't have to like go through the whole full process, if you understand what I'm saying. This is documented too, like you could research this shit. I'm not just doing this for clicks or whatever, no sensationalization and no shit like that. But it's true. So that import export shit, that whole green field, the whole, you know, setting up shop in other people's lands and shit like that, that shit could get real iffy. This shit could get real tricky. And I think people were looking at this more from a political lens with the whole, oh, look at the timing of it. It's during an election, so, you know, it's a grab. Newsflash to everybody watching, right? When Libra season comes around, expect some shit to go down. Bars, some fucking nice. We know that already. But expect some shit to go down because it's the season. And you could do the research on this too. Every fall, something goes down. Something serious happens. Every fall. As a matter of fact, if you want like very much detailed information on it, research Santos Bonacci. He'll give you the whole breakdown. He pulls out the whiteboard and everything when he talks about the fall season. It's fucking incredible. He's a fantastic researcher. Don't forget I told you that. Santos Bonacci, Mr. Astrotheology. So, as a matter of fact, hold on. I got the autumn reading from the alchemy book for the alchemist, y'all. And I'm going to read this. In alchemical terms, autumn is the denouement, I might have pronounced that wrong, but bear with me, of Earth's grand narrative. It basically means the closing, the closure. It is the symbol of culmination, harvesting, and resolution. The story of our year finds closure and we begin to look toward the horizons of the next one. It is likely this card will appear as an indicator of efforts culminating, of hard work paying off, of fruit hanging low for the taking. Gratitude and generosity are the spirit of the season, so share the wealth of your fortune. Looking back, you realize many hands and hearts have helped you along the way. Holding tight to your bounty won't do you any good. The alchemist shares their wisdom and wealth. They offer the boons back to the world as part of the ongoing cycle. Be like an autumnal tree, come to fruition and then release. So look, peep game, right? When I first got this deck and I stumbled upon this definition, I was like, oh shit. Like I knew some things about 4, but I ain't ever look at it this type of way with this much depth. And it makes sense, right? Everything is falling down. So we're under the belief, or at least some of us, or we've been indoctrinated with believing that everything that fell was bad. Fallen angels, everything fall of man, everything is bad. But not so, right? Because when things are falling, you can fucking catch them. They're ripe. They're ready to fall. They're falling because they're supposed to. It's time, you know? So, point being, negotiations took place, right? Libra rules over negotiation. Perfect timing. They got a 60-something% wage increase by uniting like that and taking that gamble and taking that risk, B. So they won when you think about it now. If you're looking at it from a corporate perspective, just like the definition says, this is the time to share your wealth. And I'm pretty sure they racked up pretty good. In the import-export business, you gonna rake up pretty fucking darn good. But another thing that should be known about this as well is those goods are foreign. And this is not like to like downplay the foreigners, but this is America, motherfucker. At the end of the day, even if we talk shit about our own place, it's ours. So 87% of goods are domestic still. Made in America. Sold in America. So everything that's at the ports, they shipped from overseas. You think we really give a fuck? It'd be different now if we depended on the majority or even half of our goods to come from overseas. It'd be a totally different conversation, totally different ball game. If people were fearful then, I'd be like, okay, you got a point. But 87% we do on our own. Not only that, it's a positive thing to look at when you see something like that happen, because all you basically saying is if you feeding for those things to come off of the ship, that means you trying to go to Walmart and get them $2 brooms from Asia. You trying to get them Temu products that's too small for your motherfucking ass. Them Temus can't fit your ass cheeks. Like, come on, knock it off, B. This shit is cheaply made. Knock it off. Y'all just want to buy a whole bunch of cheap shit, right? Y'all see them products that's coming from Shein with them help me shit typed in the tags and all that. Oh, I said too much? I'm just keeping it a bean, B. That's what y'all waiting to get unloaded off of them docks? Why I had to go off on a tangent like that? I'm just saying, though. Let me take this down. So don't fret is my reason for putting this up here. American products don't get stuck on cargo ships. You don't really got to worry about that shit, like, at all. Fuck the economy. When they start saying, oh, the economy is going to look like this, fuck, they fucking lying. And, again, on a positive note, it'll give us the opportunity to get back in the field and be like, yo, we going to start making our own shit then. Fuck it, let it crumble, let the shit burn. We don't give a fuck. We crazy enough as it is, yo. We done had it up to here, B. You think we won't get pushed over the edge and be like, yo, I'm making my own soap now. I make mine. Making my own fucking soap. Fuck. I was about to say the company name. Let me not do that. Yo, Licious Booty, keep it a bean. Look, Temu is not fitting them ass cheeks, Licious Booty. Let's keep it a bean. And this is my point, right? Like, yo, they want to peep game. They want to ban TikTok, but they don't want to ban Temu. You don't hear them saying nothing about banning no Temu. Ain't that fucking peculiar? TikTok waking up the whole motherfucking world. Yeah, everybody twerking on that bitch too. But so what? The motherfucking rabbit hole videos? Man, Can't fuck with TikTok when it comes to the research, B. Them rabbit hole researchers are out of this fucking world. They are fucking brilliant. They're fucking brilliant. That's where most of these videos be coming from too. Just keeping it a bean. Let me rewind a little bit, see what y'all up to. Orange crate research, wow. Throwback, go back knowledge. You know what I mean? You go into any haunted house, they're fun. Not really. I'm probably gonna do a creative project that's scary though. I got it done in my mind, but you know, I gotta get a little bit of new software, and I might actually design and stitch the apparel, the outfit for it. You know what I mean? Shoot a music video on some scary shit. But that's probably as far as I'm going. I used to go to the Mumble Parade down in Maryland and shit like that. I used to love that shit. I fucking love the Mumble Parade. I haven't done that in years, but yeah, I'm not like going to no party or nothing like that. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I love Halloween though, but I ain't doing too much. What's going on? A lot of personality and cognitive effects on the jabbed. Woo! Y'all keep bringing that up. Y'all ain't letting that shit go. I feel you though, Pierre. Fuck it. Like I said, it's safe to say the word now. When it first popped off, we couldn't even say that shit. We get flags for saying that shit. But yeah, it's like people got fucking disorders and disabled faculties and shit now. All of a sudden, something going on. Something's weird. You go, boy. In my Gina voice, you unilluminated indeed. You feel me? Aw, come on, you gonna make me blush, girl. Stop playing. Let me blow the horn off. Fuck that. I like them for household gadgets. That's about it, huh? Because that's about it. Shit. Those seams will be ripping, busting. So you be getting them little, what are they called? The electronic like brooms and shit that roll around on the floor, like them robot shit. You be getting them shits, right? Motherfuckers be going crazy over that Temu shit, and I'm just like, yo, Temu be like, yo, you get pancake batter, a 30-piece kitchen set, and a butt naked bitch, all for 39 cents. Free shipping. It's just like, nigga, what? That's what y'all got in them crates, huh? That's crazy. Like, who's making? How y'all still in business, B? How y'all do that? How the fuck y'all do that? Imports using Chinese citizens to work in difficult. That's how they doing that, exactly, Pierre. That's how they do. How you giving me all that for 39 cents? The fuck? In difficult conditions, and now we see the effects. How much plastic and cheap clothing and footwear do people need? I'll tell you how much people need it, and it ain't even a need, right? It be a lot of them TikTok bitches. Let me see. I'm just saying. Look, hear me out though, because it do though. It be a lot of social media influencers. Put it that way. All right, a lot of social media influencers are on this. Oh, I'm gonna wear it one day and throw it away, shit. And then you look at the landfills and they up the hair, all Temu clothes. All that shit is from Temu and Shein. They might fuck around and flag this video, but you know what? It's worth the risk, I feel. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's happening. People are going the cheap route. People don't even care about the shit that they buying. They don't want to get seen with the same shit twice. It's just like, knock it the fuck off. If anything I would say grow up about, I would say that. Like, knock it the fuck off, B. At least come up with some type of process to where you give it away to the Goodwill or some shit. You know what I'm saying? The landfills are literally filled with fucking clothes. Do you have any favorite films? My favorite films, let's see, great, fantastic question. I have so many favorite films. Inception, I tell you this, right? I think Inception just went to second place. Inception was my favorite film since it came out. I must keep it a bean. I'm pretty sure y'all know why, if you're familiar with Inception. But I don't know if y'all familiar with the cat on YouTube who does the videos about everything that's wrong about a movie. I forget their name or what the channel name goes by right now, but if you ever get a chance and you want to like find out the faults in movies, they do a good job too. The faults that they picked out in the Inception movie was so good. I was like, damn, you know what? Because Christopher's my favorite director. I'm like, damn, you really could have did a better job at that, Chris. But he's so good at making the shit visual and just the concept in general that you just go for it. But yeah, if you watch Inception, I had to watch it 4 or 5 times, and it's just like, you watched it 4 or 5 times because he fucked up on the script. Like, the writers were lazy. They fucked up on the script. So I say that to say this. I have swapped Inception with Predestination is now my #1 favorite flick. Have y'all seen Predestination? If you haven't seen Predestination, you have been under a fucking rock, and I advise you to get from under the rock. Now that film is fucking brilliant. I like Tenet too, another Christopher Nolan film. I was late on it. Wonderful. But there's a but. It was kind of, I still gotta watch it, put it that way. But the concept is just, when Christopher Nolan does time, I freak out. And the Batman trilogy was just fucking excellent too, by the way. But you know, I fucks with The Matrix. I got a lot of good movies. The horror flicks. I'll be here all day talking about films. But those are my top 2, and I suggest you have to see Predestination if you watch Rated Benjamin. Like, you gotta fucking see it, yo. You have to see it. Let me see. My 2 daughters are full of fear, but my son, unjabbed, is still thinking. Shout out to him. I gotta star that. You know what I mean? Gotta star that. Oh, that was the wrong one. You see? I'm gonna have to delete that. I ain't even like how that sounded at all. You got TikTok? I do. Essence, my TikTok I think it's Rated Benjamin. I don't use it much anymore though. You know what I'm saying? I can't really get with it as far as using it. It's really not my thing. I feel like I'm spreading myself thin too, but I do use it for research purposes because they have videos that you can download more conveniently. So when I'm doing stuff like this, it makes it much more simple. Plus, they just got the best rabbit hole videos. YouTube is a monster too. YouTube is a beast, of course, but it just takes more effort a lot of the times for YouTube. And even the YouTubers now, they're pretty much hijacking content from TikTok and responding to it. Like, TikTok is where it's at when it comes to that shit, B. Or IG. I got an IG too. My IG is See, all right. See, I'm gonna start putting everything up here. Soon before you know, this whole shit gonna be filled up. But my Instagram is Pie Confidence. Pie Confidence is my Instagram. Ain't nothing up there. I just put it on there because I was chasing some ass cheeks. But nah. Eventually, it was just one set of cheeks too. But eventually, I'm gonna utilize it for business. I gotta do some business on there, right? If I want to expand or whatever the case may be. I do got an IG. Years ago, they sold out our clothing and footwear production to China, and we in Australia lost skills. So I make clothes and keep at it, knit, etc. That's right, you do, Pierre, and you're good at it too. See, I adore shit like that. I love shit like that. You're good too. Dealing with the leather and stuff like that. I got a bin right here full of leather. No, it's not right here. It's over there. I got a bin full of leather pieces. So talking about the Halloween thing, like Halloween come, I'm probably going to get some of this material out, which I've put away for a while. I've been doing other things, but you know, I got fabrics laying around here and probably going to put them to use for this next video shoot or whatever the case may be, because I'm not buying nobody shit. It's not a shot to nobody. It's just like, for why? If I got resources and materials right around me and I got these hands work, you know what I'm saying? So fuck that. Do my own shit. Inception is so hard to follow. Happy Sky, you're right though. When it comes down to it, like the concept is, I think they did too much. You see, because I'm a dreamer. So let me tell you what happened in the process too, right? I read somewhere that someone wanted Chris to do Inception Part 2 and he refused. He turned it down. He said he doesn't want to taint the story. I think it was the government who asked him. Somebody important asked him. He refused. And once I heard that, I like took it upon myself. I said, I'm going to write that shit. And I've been writing tons of material ever since on dreams and shit because I feel like I could do and I know this is like, I ain't trying to like, you know what I'm saying, downplay my boy, but it's like, yo, I think I can do it in a much better way because I think that's what's messed up about Tenet as well. Whenever people are using time travel or devices to dimension jump or travel through space, they fuck it up. Now, he did a wonderful job on what's the joint? Interstellar, that's one of my top flicks too. He did a fucking fantastic job breaking it down in Interstellar. I think he did the best storytelling in Interstellar when it comes to these topics. But Inception, man, when you really peel back the layers, it was like, hold on, but you said, but that, and then the 3 layers, and then the kick, but you said this about the kick, and then that, and then, but Maul is supposed to be, but why? And it's just only for filler. Like you could tell a lot of the script is filler. Like the writers were just lazy and they kept explaining it. This is where they fucked up in Inception. By explaining what was going on. Just act. When you're doing shit like that, all you gotta do is act, but you gotta know what's going on. Man, I could be here all night talking about movies, especially Inception and movies like that. I tell you, finishing a jumper here in a cafe while listening in. Okay, that's what's up. See, shit like that, that creative, spontaneous, on like real time, just put it together. Because we all got it in us, B. We all got it in us. Like I don't do retail therapy. Like that's not me. If I'm going through something, I'm gonna get through it another way. And in fact, I might just order some material and get through it that way. Because it's really gonna challenge my brain and my body and my spirit, my creativity if I take that approach. Instead of just going, oh yeah, let me go spend my money on 10 outfits. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Who are they? And I got issues about who they are, where they come from, what their name is, how they got their name. You know what I'm saying? They got little children dressing up in drag and leather and whips and shit like that. Some of these fucking brands, I be shooting shots. Shots fired. Shots fired. No, I haven't seen that. This is Booty. What you haven't seen? You ain't seen Predestination? Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke flicks a hard body. Ethan Hawke is my fucking guy. He can fucking act his ass off. You gotta see Predestination. Your mind gonna be like this. When the time that movie is over, your shit gonna be like, and it makes sense. Like, I understand it. I had to watch it 3-4 times before I understood it fully. But I got it now. And I said, yo, they are some fucking geniuses. You ever see I Am Number 9? I think I did. Oh, was that number 4? I think I might have. Oh, number 9. That's with Ryan Reynolds in it, right? He was a crackhead in one joint. He was smoking with the hooker in the hotel, jumping on the bed and shit with the broad. And then the next thing, he was like a writer in New York. And then he played another role. I always say that's a Pisces movie. If we're talking about the same movie. I got hype too. So I'm saying that shit. Predestination. Love the title note. It's just Predestination by itself. Ethan Hawke. Type in Predestination, Ethan Hawke. And it should pop up like a dude with a top hat on, or he gonna look like a secret agent or some shit like that, or it might even pop up as a girl. This shit is freaky, B. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but you gotta find that shit. Are we gonna have a woman president 2024? Yo, I don't even wanna put my spin on it. I think so because The Simpsons said so. So I'm going with The Simpsons on this one. I think so. I would hope so. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I hope so. Like I don't really. The way that I view politics and approach politics is I'm gonna be all right regardless. Like to me, they're merely archetypes, guides, if you will. but I would just like to see it because it's a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like, support the fucking women, B. Like, enough is enough already. Like, yo, oh man, I just felt a repulsive feeling just thinking about how some men hate women, be like, yo, and they be hiding. You know what I'm saying? They be hiding behind a lot of power, money, and all kind of. Man, listen, don't get me started. Number 9, parallel reality. I think that's it. Back and forth, everything is everything. I think that's it. I think we talking about the same flick, Essence. I think we talking about the same flick. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, to further extend on that.
Amount of money that the shipping companies have made. The 7 shipping companies that are on the United States Maritime Alliance board are all foreign owned, including one from the Chinese government, Chinese Overseas Shipping Company. And ILA wants to raise this issue, and they're doing it now. They want to get in the news cycle.
Why is this impacting ports on the East Coast, or are those the only ones that are affiliated with the ILA?
Yeah, it's East and Gulf Coast. So we got ports all the way from Boston down to Houston that are going to be impacted. On the West Coast, you have the ILWU, which we had that a labor negotiation with the Pacific Maritime Association. And here on the East and Gulf Coast, the ILA represents these workers. And we saw that not only is the ILA out on strike, but they got a sympathetic letter from the Teamsters Union coming out. And so what we're going to see right now is ships that are in the ports are stuck there. They won't be able to leave. This is going to impact mainly container ships and car carriers. Oil tankers, cruise lines should not be impacted by this.
Is there any indicators out there to suggest how long this may take? How much room is there between the two sides right now?
Well, the negotiations at the last minute were very...
Yeah, I don't like that shit. That shit sounded crazy, right? But anyway, that was the battle at the ports. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. I heard it too, and I'm just like, damn, maybe y'all don't hear it. It's fucked up, man. Biden actually let them bang it out. So what I mean by that is, you know, they went on to say, oh, you know, Biden didn't intervene because he could have like used some type of law that's in practice that forces the employees to go back to work. But Biden said no. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate shit like that. That's right. Because they showed power and solidarity. When you stick together, shit like that happens and you fight back. We all could learn something from the people at the ports. You fight back. You tell them like, yo, we ain't showing up. If y'all don't fucking pay us, we not showing up. Imagine all of us, like, where's our groups? Where's our group? Maybe we need just one fucking group, the strike group that says, yo, I don't care what industry you in. Join this group. If you like, if we research salary.com and they not paying us the national wage rate from salary.com, we not going to work tomorrow. All of us, but everybody gotta be down. And if you don't be down, like there's gonna be some type of consequence. I'm not saying we're gonna like show up and beat you with bats and shit like that, but like, yo, you gotta get penalized or you gotta get out the group or something, you know what I'm saying? Some, like, yo, where's our fucking group at? Because they was not playing. Now, I tell you, now, I know this might sound like Mr. Killjoy and shit, right? But being that they won, and they still negotiating, from what I heard, they still negotiating more terms, they can expect that some of them people gonna be laid off. And it might be a good number. Mark my words when I say that. Because the automation is still there. They're not going to get rid of the automation because of that strike. It's just like they did with the are they getting paid $39 an hour though? Yeah, I think so. As a matter of fact, like I don't know how much the wages now, being that they got a 67% increase, but they were going for a 50% increase and ended up getting 67%. I would imagine that they getting some pretty good, decent money working at the ports. It is warehousing almost, but the ports I think pays more when you're dealing with that type of shipping and near the water and shit like that. I think they're getting pretty good money. But you can expect the same way that Amazon and these big companies, wherever they bring in the robotics or the technology, McDonald's, they did the same thing, right? Everything, they had to give $20 an hour, I think, is now the least amount you could pay a McDonald's worker. And they got like robots flipping burgers in that bitch too, or like mad kiosks to where it's not a lot of people at the register like that no more. So, you know, you can expect to see some type of downsizing in the area regardless. So that's gonna come at a cost, but it's still, I still look at it positively because it just might be time to move on. You know, some people are so highly extroverted that they have to be active. They have to be doing something like running around lifting heavy boxes and, you know, driving around forklifts and shit every day, or like building a building somewhere. Like some people, and not for nothing, it's better that they channel their masculine energy in that type of way rather than do something more criminal, or, you know what I mean? But maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it is time to do something new, because that shit is pretty hazardous. It's pretty dangerous. And it's like, yo, what are we doing as humans to where we can't look at ourselves and say, you know, I don't want to fucking break a leg today. You know, I don't want to fall off a beam doing this shit one day. Like, maybe I should go look at something else to do, you know, and not for nothing. It's a bunch of Temu shit anyway. Years ago here in Australia, the conservative government broke the union when they had a strike on wharves. After that, our unions broke and they were the real democracy. Here, strike to stop the government shit. I feel you on that. And yo, I know I've caught myself saying before in the past about how people need to bring the unions back out here. And you know, it was probably ignorant of me to say, but sometimes I get so frustrated at what's happening that I'll be like, oh, I bet you if we showed up in buses with bats and broke a few legs, things would change, or they wouldn't try this shit anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, it's like we're in a place where violence is expected. Violence, I'll say violence is respected, but it's definitely expected. They don't say that they expect it, but this shit is so heavily designed, touting freedom. Oh, I got a dope ass video for next time too, but you know, pledging for freedom. But it's like, yeah, you got the freedom, and I'm quoting from somebody else right now. I'm referencing somebody else. You got the freedom to do whatever you want, to prove that you shouldn't have freedom, to prove that you should be locked away. This nation has the most rules and regulations on paper than any other nation in the world. I believe the most prisoners as well. So the pledge for freedom is almost a ploy. You know what I mean? It's like a trigger. It's like a troll trolling you. Oh yeah, go be free. Do anything you want in this nation. Minutes later, woo, 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 type shit. It's my download time. Good night, chat. Good talk, sending positive energy to all. Thank you, Essence, for popping out again. Truly appreciate you. Enjoy your rest. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Embracing that positive energy. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. Agreed. How do you astral travel? Happy Sky. Were you not here last episode? You were here. I think we went over that. As a matter of fact, I gave instructions how to astral project before we left. Yet gentrification is at an all-time high. Gentrification is at an all-time high. It's proliferating. Freedom and serfdom and kingdom, all interesting words. True. We need something more parallel and structured instead of hierarchical. Yeah, but that's how it began, Licious Booty. That's how I was speaking about how America began, by financing. Yo, this whole shit is financing. The financiers come in Matter of fact, I ain't even. Hopefully, this sound gets back to getting fixed, y'all, cause I got some joints here, B.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Where's the rope? Where is the rope? Who has? They have it. Yeah.
Standing up.
What is her husband's name? Yell at her husband. He should be over there. Yell at him that we got her.
Start off the man.
Yeah, I threw this in the mix because I wanted to piggyback off of people getting together to do something in the community. You know what I'm saying? So intuitively, or what I see by being illuminated, is more stuff like that happening. Like, and I know it sounds cheesy, it may sound corny, of, love thy neighbor and, come together and unify, but it's just like, yo, B, look around you, like, wake up. Like, there's so much external power and entities being pumped and dumped into this place by, like you said, gentrification. And I'm actually a fan of gentrification. Not a fan, let me rephrase that. But I like the idea of investing in communities and raising the value in communities, especially the ones that were impoverished. Like, if you've seen the Bronx from the 80s to what it looks like now, you'd be kind of celebrating, even though the Bronx is, yeah, they got the torch now for the wildest spot in New York. But not to digress, when we trace it back to the financiers, if we're not always in the know of where the money trail is coming from, then you can expect the community to be blinded and separated by those factions, by those financiers. So, I put this in the mix also because it's a crisis, right? What's going on down south because of the storm, it's a crisis. And it seems like we know how to snap a finger, bring it back together, and get with each other when we're facing a crisis. But it's just like, as soon as it blows over, we go back to, you know what I mean? And I do want to pose the question, like, ladies, are you still choosing the bear after seeing some shit like that? Like, dude was a complete stranger, just jumped off the canoe and just, like, instinctively went out and got it. If he didn't jump when he jumped, she would have kept on going. Like, she would have passed him, B. Like, he timed that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the innate capability of this human source that we have. So just imagine the lengths, the heights that shit can go if we was on that everyday type shit. You know what I mean? So y'all still choosing the bear or nah? niggas got to get it together too, though. Some of y'all might still choose to bear. Niggas is fucked up, but no one would jump in for me. They'd be like, bye. Yo, that's what's fucked. This is what I'm saying. That's what's fucked up. And niggas might pull out their phone and just record it. You might see, you seen in that group, there was only one person recording. Everybody else running around with fucking pulling branches off of trees. They got ropes and shit. You know what I mean? You could hear people sniffling and crying and shit. Man, that shit happened in the hood. It might not be the same way. Let me stop, though. I think niggas in the hood would jump in there, too. B. Like, I think it's just an instinctual thing. You can't see people. You can't see. Like, she was going down, B. Like, it was going down. She was going down. If people, you know, it's a tricky situation. I'm not going to say it like it's easier said than done, but people need to get organized if it's going to get done. Like, it has to be an organized thing. And I think it's simpler to do now because of technology. We got the internet, B. So like I said, if you start a group somewhere, so what if it gets surveilled? Because you can imagine it's going to get surveilled because people are coming together in one place for a cause. But so what? That's the whole point of this shit. Aquarius rules over all this shit. The technology, the internet, the groups separated from each other. So what? Aquarius, you gotta expect that shit. But yo, motherfuckers could get in one spot digitally at least, start setting it off and be like, yo, this is what we on. Even if y'all don't post every day or whatever the case may be. Keep your alerts, keep your notifications on so at least you see what it is we talking about, and just don't be talking about no bullshit in there. You know, we fuck around and talk about bullshit other times, other platforms and shit. But yo, this video right here, I hope this volume works. This motherfucker right here is America's worst nightmare. And I mean that from a philosophical point of view. I mean that from just an analytical perspective in general. Like, this dude just be picking America the fuck apart. Like,
besides the West. Is that I don't really differentiate between colonization and imperialism and racism and white supremacy, feudalism, neo-capitalism, and so on. I don't differentiate these things from each other, and I don't differentiate these things from the culture and the character of the West itself. All of these things are manifestations of Western character. That's what drives these policies and these practices and these ideas. They're all just versions of each other. For instance, the same colonizer mentality is actually applied across every arena in the West. The mentality of exploitation of others' resources and the dehumanization and subjugation of those whose resources they are, while feeling completely entitled. You see this across every sector in the West. And it doesn't matter if you're talking about minerals or precious metals or gems or crops or what have you, or if you're talking about labor, or if you're talking about talent and creativity. These are all natural resources. And it doesn't matter if you're talking about these resources.
yeah, y'all get the point, though. That shit started tweaking on me. But y'all get the point, though, right? He was just picking America apart, and you can't even deny it. I don't care what country you're from, you just can't deny it. That's what people do here. It was fine, my bad. It sounded fucked up on this side. But he was going in. He had about maybe 30 more seconds left on that clip. The financiers, you know what I'm saying? You can't, like, if you notice, you can't really do something in this nation to the level that you want to do it without getting the bread from someone. So it's either going to come from the banks. Of course, you got your family members type shit, but if it ain't family and friends, which a lot of the times it ain't, because they popped. So then you're left with the banks to get a loan. You're left with the creditors to get a loan, right? So those two types of things are going to have your business hostage from the very beginning, right? Anything dealing with a loan. Not saying that it still can't be done, but just think about the way things are out here. Then you got your venture capitalists, right? If you get connected, and that's if you get connected, right? They'll Shark Tank your ass. Oh, give me 40% for the first 5 years. Nigga, what? So you still getting railroaded. You still getting, and it's just like, oh, but you want to make it, right? You want your business to take off. You want it to expand, right? You know how many people go for that shit? And it's just like, yo, who are these people? Who are y'all? Like, who the fuck do y'all think? Who the fuck do y'all think y'all are? You know what I'm saying? But it's deep because imagine, and this is why I said I'm a supporter of AI, B, because if AI gets a bank, it's lit. Like, niggas is not going to be in control of shit no more. You're not controlling shit. AI going to say if I could get it or not. Fuck is you talking about? And I know that may sound a little bit too optimistic about it, or nah, you bugging, son. It's going to be a robot. They program the robots and this, that, and the third. Fuck it, man. I'm ready to take my chances with the robots. Program it. Program it unbiased, please. And let me take my chances with a fucking AI. Because those motherfuckers is playing gatekeeper. They've been doing it for a long time now. And that's why the families are running the shit the way that they're running it. You know what I mean? And I ain't crying about it. Like, this really ain't even a complaint. I'm just telling it like it is. And it just feels like the jig is up. You know what I mean? Like, knock it the fuck off. And if they don't, right, this is the thing, right? What they'll do is, or what this nation does is, it exploits you to the degree. I said this before, right? I had somebody call me one day. They like, yo, I heard that song that you posted. I think it was on YouTube somewhere. They was like, yo, did you write that for a particular artist? I ain't gonna say their name. A famous artist. I was like, nah. And they asked me because they know I be ghostwriting shit behind the scenes. I was like, nah, why you ask me that? They was like, yo, I could have sworn I just heard that shit on the radio. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So they sent me the record. I'm listening to the record. I hear all of the similarities. I'm like, damn. My point being there is that that's how this shit is set up. If you don't got the resources to expand it on some Jupiter, you just on your Gemini frequency, you know what I'm saying? Infancy, you just do it, hands on, boom, you are independent, whatever the case may be. You don't got no machines behind you. The machine people hear your shit or see your shit. They exploit it. They'll even go as far as copying it, making their version of it, and they'll expand it and use the Jupiter energy to get their point across, and more people are going to listen to them, and then they're going to look like the original one. And if you say something about that, like I am right now, they're going to say you're a fucking hater. They trying to make you crazy out here. They trying to manufacture mental illness. Where's y'all talent? Y'all got money and no talent? Without the talent, there's no culture. Without the creativity, there is no culture. But there's a barrier to entry when it comes to finance. And that's where a lot of this whole discrepancy is coming from. I've watched that dude, All True, but hey, he is also Muslim, and their ideas about women and sexuality is controlling and coercive. That is something that came to my mind too as well, Pierre. Let me star that. When this last video that I just watched with him, because he was cooking, he was as he usually does, but then he said something about controlling, or how the West says that they are controlling, and I think the interviewer also even stepped in, like, and he had to catch himself, like, yeah, when it comes to them chicks though, y'all off the chain out there. Y'all are. Broad can't drive. The fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little ridiculous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Say what you want about us, but like, yo, let the bitches go. Free the nipples. Whatever gotta, you know what I mean? Make her the president. Like, yo, knock it off already. Like, we not doing those, B. We are not in Flintstone times. Like, we not. That's one thing I must say, you know? Yeah, he be going in, but he gotta take accountability when it comes to shit like that. Like, they're barbaric when it comes to that shit. Crowdfunding is a great concept of the share economy too. It is, but you know what's so corny, and that's why we need more people who are creators that don't give a fuck. Because then what people do is, the people who do care, they get scared because people will come out of the woodwork and be like, oh, you got a GoFundMe page up for that? broke ass nigga. Like, yeah, nigga, like we raising money. If anybody else raised money, then Jerry Lewis was great at it, right? He get on the TV, do the telethons and all that. Everybody sending Jerry they fucking money. I think that's his name, right? Dude from back in the days. Everybody sending them fucking money. Politicians get up there. Everybody sending them money. The celebrities get up there. Everybody sending them the money. You get up there and make us just start doing some crowdfunding shit. They say you brokey. Oh, look at brokey. And if you listen to that shit, if you pay that shit attention, they got you again. But that is where the power is. Crowdfund some shit. I might just set off a crowdfunding project just because to show that it could be done. You know what I mean? Like, because there's power in that shit. We all came here wet, naked, and screaming through the women's portal. That's a fucking fact. That's a fucking fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's disturbing to know that there are, and I don't even know, like I'll be saying, I don't know the ratio of how many men, but it's disturbing to know that there are men out there who are powerful and have a lot of money that hate women. That's dangerous. That's dangerous because a lot of things are unfolding the way that they are unfolding and the way that they've been unfolding because of that root reason, that very reason. Because of their disdain for women, and it's just like, yo, bro, you gotta grow the fuck up, B. I don't give a fuck who you think you are, how much money you think you got. You gotta grow up, B. Like, that's no way to live. That's no way to live. So you set in play certain policies and certain maneuvers so that it's either, and it's a double-edged sword. You either got it so that women are beckoning at your every call or busting moves so they can get the bag, doing something strange for a piece of change, you know, getting nasty because you got the bag. These bitches won't even be getting nasty with you if you ain't have money. That's why I am the way that I am, y'all. Like, that's why, because I'm telling you, I deal with women often who will go get the bag and be like, yo, I can't stand that motherfucker. And I don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, they're there. Lay here. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if it isn't that, like if a chick turn them down and just be like, nah, I would never fuck with you. Like, get out of here. You're grotesque. You make my skin crawl. Or even if they're not even that vulgar about it, it's, oh, fuck you, bitch. They might even try to kill women. Women be getting killed behind that type of mentality, B. Some real weak men out there, B. Money and power be making some motherfuckers weak, B. Weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is eerie, yo. That should be eerie. J-Lo didn't sing Jenny from the Block. Right, another lady did. She never got credit or money. She's still broke. She told her story on TikTok. That's a whole fucking fact, Happy Sky. And you know, it's a shame that I'm getting animated about that because that's not something that, you know what I'm saying? Why we gotta make that news? Because it's exploitation. This is the shit that's going on. You grow up 20 years thinking that someone's highly talented. And don't get me wrong, she could dance her ass off. But when it comes to that shit, come to find out that other shorty's saying the majority of the dope shit anyway that popped her off, that sold mad records. And she out there, she could be doing much more better if she'd have got some of that money. You know what I'm saying? Finance my life for all that control, and even then, maybe. I think I understood that correctly, Licious. But you know, it just goes to show, man. It just goes to show. Relationships, man. Libra shit. It's fucking, it's wild out here, B. It's wild.
Says his store was robbed on a very busy stretch of Devon Avenue with an estimated $300,000 in lost merchandise. Our Charlie DeMar has a story you'll see only on CBS News Chicago.
Devon Avenue along Chicago's Little India section of the West Ridge neighborhood is filled with small shops and family-owned businesses like Darbar Jewelers.
Second.
The display cases are empty. The shelves were cleaned out earlier this month. Surveillance video shows a crew of 3 men bashing through the locked door and methodically begin smashing the cases filled with expensive jewelry.
He really didn't want those robbers to take his hard-earning money.
Everything he's worked for.
Yeah.
The owner's son, Ali Karim Parek, helps out at the store, which opened last year.
My dad was actually trying to, grab their hammer or try to protect his jewelry.
At one point in the video, the thief loses his grip on the hammer. That's when the owner, Salim Parek, tries unsuccessfully to grab it. A customer inside the shop recorded the chaos as it all unfolded within minutes. He can be heard repeatedly saying,
God help us, God help us, God help us, God help us. I know jewelry is gone. My dad is here. That is the biggest blessing.
In May, the jewelry store across the street was hit in a similar fashion. Parek says he believes the same 3 people are responsible.
Height-wise, mask-wise, the way they dress up, there was a lot of similarities.
Once they're able to restock, Darbar Jewelers plans to reopen, but the owners say they want increased police patrols and accountability for the men responsible.
We want our community to be more protected.
Charlie DeMar, CBS News, Chicago.
Deep. Now, peep game, right? I'm a can y'all hear me? Did I get muted? Can y'all still hear and see me? So look, right? I'm about to pull race cards, but they started, so fuck it. What happened is, Little India is the name of the town, right? Where that jewelry shop is at. So I find it ironic that in an area where it's predominantly blacks, despite it being Little India, Chicago is normally known for high crime rate when it comes to blacks, right? So yeah, you can still hear me. All right, good. So I find it ironic that diamonds that are mined in Africa, people are coming for those diamonds. You get what I'm saying? Like, and in the reporting, it's like, yeah, dude, he worked so hard to be in that position and this, that, and the third, and it's just like, yeah, but we kind of know what the industry is like. Like the diamond industry is a real scammy. The way that the prices for diamonds are inflated is out of this world. And then you put your shops in the most upscale areas in Chicago, and then when they get flipped upside down, broad daylight, brazen style, you want more police protection in the area. So this is another, Libra runs the law. You know what I mean? So this is why I put this out there as well. So this is another incident where the law is being lenient. They obviously don't have the type of patrolling and protection that type of industry warrants, right? And I be trying to tell people, like, be mindful of what taxes actually pays and supports the police department, the fire departments, this, that, and the third. It's not your fucking FICA. That's for Social Security and Medicare. People be getting it fucked up out here. You gotta know your shit, yo. It's the municipal bonds that pays for that. And since the Fed raised the rates, they are more attractive for investments in municipal bonds. However, you still see the decline of the law interacting and doing what they're doing. So I'm kind of wondering, what is the government spending their money on? So my advice to y'all is to check out census.gov, which is a website that you can go to and get the reports of how much and where your government is spending those municipal monies in your area. Because that's what I would do if I was them. That news report is not going to do enough. If anything, that's just sensationalizing for the media companies. Like, they're eating that shit up. They love it. It's juice. It's like toxicity. You know what I'm saying? What's that movie with the news reporter he started like staging shit and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to get the wildest news reports and shit like that. Like, there's a lot of truth in that movie. That's one of my favorite flicks too. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I forgot the name of it though. Let's see what else we got over here. Oh yeah, you definitely gotta talk about this.
Over unrealizable justice after being detained for years and facing a 175-year sentence with no effective remedy. Justice, for me, is now precluded as the US government insisted in writing into its plea agreement that I cannot file a case at the European Court of Human Rights or even a Freedom of Information Act request over what it did to me as a result of its extradition request. I want to be totally clear. I am not free today because the system worked. I am free today after years of incarceration because I pled guilty to journalism. I pled guilty to seeking information from a source. I pled guilty to obtaining information from a source. And I pled guilty to informing the public what that information was. I did not plead guilty to anything else. I hope my testimony today can serve to highlight the weaknesses of the existing safeguards and to help those whose cases are less visible but who are equally vulnerable.
Yeah, so Assange, they finally let boy go. I didn't think they was ever going to let him go. Now, he said in his own words, that CIA tried to assassinate him. They tried to body him and all that. You know what I mean? Not only that, they went after him hard body right after the dude with the orange face got in office. They said the other dude before him wasn't going to go after him. He turned it down and refused it. He said, nah, not doing all of that. But I think, once orange dude got in, he had something to prove. He was like, oh, homeboy ain't going to go after him. We need to go after him because of what he did. And all he did was be a journalist. If y'all don't know who he is, that's the dude that got the information on the military, blowing up those people in Iraq or somewhere in Afghanistan, somewhere in that area. But they was just like regular people. They was journalists and shit like that. They did that shit from an eagle, from a chopper and shit. You know what I mean? He reported the news back, and they went and they hemmed his ass up. That just goes to show another way that the law doesn't work in our favor. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're getting too close to certain shit, they want to block it out. And not for nothing, Leo is in the 9th house in America's natal chart. And I know usually his publication is based upon celebrities for that purpose, for that reason. Excuse me. But, however, military is ruled by Leo as well. So it's kind of like, nigga, we were supposed to see that. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to see that. And that just goes to show you how, not only how dangerous government jobs can be, because governments gotta report to people on shit that businesses do and still have relationships with mega corporations. Real fine line to tote is like, how do you keep that balance there, but also being a journalism, like going to these places and finding out certain information, like finding out information like that is some deep shit. And to be able to report it is even deeper. And for him to be released now and brought out at the time, again, illuminated, right? He was talking about illumination. It's right in front of our faces, yo. For him to be let go of is a testament to what we're dealing with here. Like, yeah, even the military can get outed. Now, this is from that trial that's going on, the YSL trial. One of my people sent this to me. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take a look at it and see what I can get from this. So if you're not familiar with my theory on Libra also representing economic hitmen, you might want to take this into consideration as, I would say, a hint of proof. and I'm gonna read what the quote is. This is the judge actually talking about the YSL case. She says, I mean, I can't figure out what it is. Young Thug and YSL's judges scathing takedown, began. If it's disingenuous, if it is that, I mean, I don't want to malign the prosecutor standing in front of me right now, so I'm not going to say the possible things that it could be. But it is baffling to me that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time, continues to seemingly purposefully hide the ball to the extent that you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful. Now, Libra rules the courts, right, y'all? Now, I think it was already a mistrial when it come to that trial. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Not only that, it's like 100 and something days in now after that mistrial with this next trial. And it's like they still ain't get to where they need to be going. And you're dealing with a professional, as the judge says. The judge says that the DA has been in this shit for years, B. So she's really finding it hard to believe that it's not done intentionally. And this is what I mean about economic hitmen. This is also what I mean about the Jupiter archetype energy that I was talking about earlier versus the Mercurial type energy, and where overlords fight, you know, it's like bigger bank trying to take little bank type shit. And all of that shit is incorporated into this trial because, for one, let's just put it this way. When I speak about economic hitman, the boy Jeffrey, his pockets is going to be hit from this trial. And I think that's a whole part of the process. Like, it is intentionally done. And this is just my theory. That's my opinion. I think it's intentionally drawn out like that because they want to drain the pockets of that financially wealthy person. That's what they do. When they come for those reasons included, right? Because a lot of cases that we see, they don't just go run in. The law just doesn't go run in and prosecute these people as soon as they get wind of them doing something that's wild and off the chain. Nah, they wait, they let it grow. And as they let it grow, these people become more successful, they become more powerful, they become more wealthy. Then they go in. And then the next thing you know, they got you sitting like this for all of this time. You spending all of this money. By the time they admit that they fucked up and the shit gets thrown out, you're going to be popped by the time you get out. Not saying that that's what's going to happen, but that's kind of like how it's framed. And when I look at the Fanny, I forget her last name. When I look at her, that chick, right? I look at it like, was she pressured to just go in and do something because they was terrorizing the streets? I mean, my point here is that crime in ATL in that area has went down. So it's like she just went and intervened and did something based upon what she had to get them dudes off of the streets because they was wild and reckless. You know what I mean? And it could be, again, it looks like that Mercurial energy versus Jupiter energy, and probably YSL being the Mercury energy, still the younger type, the curious type, the type that wants to be in better and higher positions. And then you've seen like the Jupiter archetypes back out. You know, they try to show up in court and all of that, but they also started like resigning and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they kind of like detached from them after they found out that they couldn't get bail. You know what I mean? If they couldn't get them out, they was just like, oh, okay. You ain't see them in the headlines no more type shit. You know what I mean? So there you have it. It seemed to me, it seemed like Fanny just took the budget that she had and she was like, fuck it, man. I'm going to just go snatch motherfuckers up and just sit them down because she really cares about not only her people. I feel like she really cares about black people. And I also feel like she cares about her neighborhood. Like she cares about her city for real. That's just my opinion on it. Let me see that YSL trial and prosecutor love was a mess. The judge prior to current judge was revised and tried to imprison a lawyer. So many fireworks, right? Try to lock the lawyer up, right? Clawing back money now. It's a mistrial. It is a mistrial, right? So yeah, it's messy as fuck. But you see how much money has been spent already? Wild shit, yo. And I'm telling you, economic hitmen, yo. When they come, they not just coming because of the behavior. They coming because you were successful with the behavior. So just like dude was saying before, or I was saying from his other video that y'all ain't see yet, the freedom is basically, the freedom in this nation is saying you are free to go fuck up. We actually want you to feel free to go fuck your life up, so we can prove to the world that we need all of these prisons, that we need rules and regulations, and that the human condition is inherently evil. Wild shit, yo.
So Charleroi is a teeny little town in southwestern Pennsylvania. The place looks no different than it does in a lot of the Appalachia region. It's a crumbling town that's seen far better days. 40 years ago, the whole area here was still booming with steel and coal. But the last 20 years has been especially rough here. Businesses have closed, people have moved away, and drugs have taken hold. There's 4,000 people left, and the place looks nothing like it did before. Back then, people told me it looked like the type of town you saw in A Christmas Story or It's a Wonderful Life. So in the place of coal and steel, some manufacturing and processing plants have moved in. But as these processing plants grew, they say it was harder to make a profit by paying Americans a fair wage. So migrants began coming in here to work for cheap. Same stuff I heard over in Springfield. Haitians are here to fill jobs. And then they brought their friends and family in, and before too long, they were everywhere. Now, this is where a little Charleroi is different than Springfield. I heard all sorts of juicy stuff that's pretty scary about how these Haitians wound up in this small town. I heard about corruption, fake documents, nonprofits, human trafficking, slave labor, backdoor deals, look the other way, and organized crime, and I was like, what? Look, I didn't sign up for all of that. I'm not that guy. I'm not a documentary filmmaker or an investigative reporter. Plus, I don't want a bullet in my head. So I'm not going down that road. I just came up here to talk about how a town's been changed by immigration and make another case that we need to close the border. That's all. But one thing everybody here agrees on is, one day, a few years ago, 3 big unmarked buses showed up in town, filled with Haitians, all dressed nicely, with matching luggage and money to spend, and they immediately went to work at a factory in town. Of all the things I heard about, one thing I will talk about is greed. There's people in town here who are making a lot of money on the backs of these Haitians.
One day, people woke up and hundreds of Haitians just showed up. And then eventually it became thousands. And this is a town of about 4,200 people. Within a few months, over 2,000 Haitians came. And the question is, how'd they get here? Where'd they come from? We don't know the exact answer. The best we can get is that there are NGOs that go out and recruit these people, okay? The federal government pays for all of this. Shit, where to get a train? The federal government pays for all of this, all right? And then they team them up with employers who then dump them into towns all throughout Pennsylvania. So your tax dollars paid for the 2,000 plus Haitians just to show up.
Okay, so now that you know the backstory.
Okay, so for one, I think, and I might be wrong, but I think his use of the term your tax dollars may be off. Again, certain taxes are allocated to certain things in this nation, and I'm not sure if when he says they are federally funded, that it's those funds from our tax-paying dollars that gets allocated to. Now, this is something that I just gotta say is business. First of all, let's start here. Minimum wage in Pennsylvania is $7.25. Let's start there. Can we begin there? All right. Strong statement right there. So what I'm saying is, raise your hand if you would do the warehousing and those types of jobs for $7.25 an hour. You know, and I say that openly, unbiased, would you or would you not? Because from my understanding, my theory is most Americans won't. That's right, y'all. Most Americans won't. And the argument will be, look at the cost of living already. You think I can go there and get 40 hours if I can get 40 hours? You know how they not trying to give everybody certain hours, because then that means you got to pay their medical insurance and stuff like that. So what I look like going to get $7.25 an hour. Let's start there, right? So now you can get your work permit or visa in this nation anywhere between 3 weeks and 4 months. So if the federal government bankrolls the tab for immigrants to come and work at these places because they're trying to turn a profit, that's the government investing in the government and investing in businesses inside of the nation to become more profitable, which then in return brings more tax revenues, which actually fuels the government more, and it empowers the business. Yeah, I went to school for this shit. This is business 101. You know what I'm saying? However, if you perceive this in a more negative light, if you just see all of the bad in this, you're not ever going to be able to see what's really going on or understand what's really going on. It's important to know what the fuck is really going on. You understand what I'm saying? Now, as far as the criminal element that's involved with that, I think that's just merely what happens when people from any place finds out that their people are being brought over there and legitimately brought over there, because it's just like, oh, so-and-so got a job at the warehouse at that company. That's my cousin. Those is my uncles. So I'm going to find some way, somebody going to get me in over there too. I'm going to go hang out in the basement for a few months, and then I'm going to start the illegal drug trade when I get there. It's just the shit that happens. You know what I'm saying? The same way we got illegal immigrants everywhere, but everybody's not coming to sell crack. Everybody's not coming to sell fentanyl. There's people out here really busting their ass and trying to make shit happen for American companies that, let's just keep it a bean, y'all. Americans are not taking the jobs, B. Americans are not taking the fucking jobs. So that's my take on that, but I thought it was interesting, and I thought it was good to bring it to the forefront, because it still deals with more Libra shit, contracts, and do you know what you're getting yourself into when you even go into those jobs, right? Because how is Pennsylvania still minimum wage $7.25? Like, that shit just sounds out of order to begin with. So there needs to be some type of organization by people in the land in order to get that shit cracking, B. Or else you're gonna see shit like that. The same way that this country began. It's the same shit. Just looks a little more dressed up now. But it's business at the end of the day. Now, this one right here, a little bit more off. This shit is kind of disturbing to me anyway. I think this is another level. This comes from the other side, from the corporate side. You tell me, though.
Listen to this. How much bonus did you take last year?
So last year, our pre-tax profit was £3.3 billion. That
£3.3 billion.
£1 billion, yeah.
No, tell the British people what bonus you got. No, listen to how much he earns.
Bonuses.
Yes. So my pay last year was £4.5 million.
And that is a salary, or is that a bonus?
No, that's a salary. That's a bonus in a long-term share scheme.
Wow. When you say those words, and you've been very honest with us, and we appreciate that, you've said it straightforwardly, and you know that there are people watching this who are struggling to pay their bills, maybe to your company.
So, while millions in this country are going to suffer this winter because they can't afford to pay the fucking heating, this man had just seen 100% pay increase. That's right, the boss of Centrica, the energy giant which owns British Gas, has seen his pay package rise by almost £4 million. So basically, it went up from 4.5 million in 22 to 8.2 million in 2023. The package consists of a salary of £810,000, a 1.4 million annual bonus, and 5.9 million in long-term bonus, pension, and benefits. And he's gone on to say it's impossible to justify. Impossible to justify how you, as a person, can see people fucking freeze to death this winter because they can't afford and they're in debt with your fucking very company. You lap it up and fucking get bonuses of 1.4 million a year. How can you justify that, my friend? While we have people like this in our very country, people who take millions and millions and millions in bonuses, not salary, bonuses, this country will forever be fucked because they fucking thrive off people like us. As he walked off that show, he was showing all like a bit of empathy and stuff. I bet he laughed his bollocks off and got into his lovely Rolls Royce and went to his fucking yacht and got out of here.
Damn, he snapped. I don't know if y'all was able to understand all of that, but shout out to United Kingdom and everybody over there with the Brits and everything. So when I see something like that, right, the number on the bonus and the salary in general is just astronomical. Sometimes you got to expect that when it comes to the oil industry. Really monopolized. And, you know, I studied that in college too. So it's like, whenever I see something that revolves around a bonus culture, I'm usually looking at something had to be done, or when people receive bonuses like that, something had to be done within that company that was probably just outright criminal. And if it wasn't criminal, like Homeboy said, it was unjustifiable. And like a lot of people are saying now, just diabolical. Because there have been reports of that area in Europe, just I think a large portion of Europe, as a matter of fact, facing an energy crisis for some years now, right? So my thought process automatically or immediately goes to, that dude had to make a decision that supported that. You know what I mean? In some type of way, like, and that is why he got paid so much money. That's exactly why he got paid so much. You said, this is boring, Happy? I ain't gonna hold you. It feels, the energy is low right now too. I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of feel that way too. But sometimes boring is good. Like, the information is necessary. So the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling like it doesn't always have to be laughs and giggles. Or, you know, just high energy and upbeat energy all of the time. The information is necessary whether y'all are here or not. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this. But, you know, no offense taken. You know what I'm saying? No offense taken. But if you do have any type of suggestions or recommendations that you think would make things more exciting, you know, I'm all ears, or all eyes rather. But back to what I was saying to finish that off, like, bonus culture is usually like that. Like, he had to do something like not ship the oil to certain homes in certain areas or something like that. And he's gonna, if he even gets fired for the decision that he made, which a lot of the times happens in when those decisions are made, he'll get a fat severance package. And by the time any type of investigators go to investigate the company for what they did, like if there was any type of wrongdoings, he'll be already tucked away somewhere, probably on an island or in another country, retiring somewhere. So that's the bonus culture when it comes to mega corporations, flat out. I don't want to call it like, oh yeah, that's just business, but sad.
And that's the illusion of relationships. How many people on earth then bought into the illusion of relationships? I'm talking about soulmates, twin flames, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Right, my husband, and I'm waiting for my wife. And how many of y'all then bought into that illusion? That illusion is no different than the 9 to 5 illusion. That illusion is no different than pursue some type of degree, get the career, and all of that is the illusion. Because as quiet as it's kept, relationships ain't in the cards for everybody, but everybody be pursuing. So what happens when it's not in the cards for everybody, but everybody be pursuing them? It creates a universal imbalance in frequency and energy. Because as quiet as it's kept, the state and the condition of the world that we have here today is directly related to the frequency that people walk around vibrating on. And a lot of people vibrate lowest because it be directly correlated to their unhappy relationships. the decisions that they made to lock in with an individual, and then they later on realized that they wasn't supposed to be locked in with that individual. But it's not just that individual. Yo, let's talk about saying that.
He made a point there. He did make a point. Hold on, let me see what Pierre said. How does change happen in the same structure? Maybe it just looks different, but it is our individual choice, maybe. So that is why immigrants come and why people also leave, maybe. Well, yeah. I mean, I would look at it from an astrological perspective first, because I had the benefit of actually seeing America's natal chart. So I understand that. Mag, what's good? Thanks for coming through, B. Good to see you. Ain't nothing. We just unpacking a whole bunch of Libra shit right now, and some of it is kind of borderline boring. I get it, you know what I mean? But again, it's necessary. This shit is important. You know what I'm saying? I could be doing a bunch of reality TV and slapstick shit, but it's not gonna hold. I feel like we need meat and potatoes at this particular time. But when it comes to that, PA, I would say, you know, being that America is a Sagittarius ascendant, you can believe that there's always going to be this whole immigration thing. And, you know, Sagittarius energy also represents freedom. So it's kind of like this whole, you know, I want to be free anyway to explore the cultures and learn different people's walks of life and stuff like that. So with America being a Sagittarius ascendant, this shit is expected. The same way that this country was built off of this country was built off of immigrants. The trafficking of humans, right? This country was built off of human trafficking. Let's just keep it a bean. You know what I mean? And it's because of that reason. Now, how do we change it? I would say definitely, look, Rod, Uranus is about to transit Aquarius again. So my answer to that, Pierre, would be to change it, we got to start a new revolution, a new rebellion. The same way that they came over here and they started it the last time Pluto went inside. Was it Pluto? Why am I saying Uranus? Pluto, excuse me. When Pluto went inside of Uranus, pause, because that just sounds crazy. But when that happened, right, that's when the whole new world shit popped off. That's when America popped off. So I think us as a people, and this could be involving people all around the world as well, could get together and be like, yo, we going to set up shop over here in this piece of land. We could all get online and buy a piece of land. Like, this is a generic version of how we can make something change, but we could just all get online, make that group that I was talking about, pull some resources together, buy a piece of land somewhere that we all agree on. It's actually called a DAO, something called a DAO when it comes to blockchain and shit like that. We're going to talk about that in another time this winter, but do something like that and start our own nation. The fuck, they did it, so it can be done. You understand what I'm saying? It's just about doing that shit, pretty much, because the shit is out to snacks and you can't expect it to change unless it gets taken over, unless the empire gets taken out, shut down, and broken apart like empires before it has, Rome, Greece, etc., Egypt, all the way down back. You know what I'm saying? And who the fuck wants to be a part of that? So maybe it's time to like get out of it now type shit. You know what I mean? But don't expect to see that area change. It's just going to be different players playing the same game with the same natal chart of America. Word. Yes, MILF Manor. What's MILF Manor? I feel like people are segregating more now. Yeah, people are pulling apart from each other a lot more now. Yeah, so the points that dude was making, right? He was making some points there, B. I done read charts of people's natal charts that they shit didn't add up, B. Like, and it's like I gotta break the news to them anyway, but it's like they got placements in their natal chart that suggest they shouldn't be in relationships, or they're not going to be in relationships. At least they're not going to be in, should I say, long-term relationships, right? And it just shows. So it's just like, although that same person or those same people may pursue relationships, they may be expending a bunch of energy on just the thought of it, or just the dream of it, or just the desire of it, when in all actuality it's not even in their celestial DNA, and they're expending their physical, structure on this time for that want and that desire, when it's not even chalked up for them, And then it's like, so how do we, are contracts any good? How do we approach relationships knowing that, right? Because he's come to the realization of that. And I think it's fucking fantastic, especially for him to even voice that shit. Like, yo, why are we running around here like we supposed to be in relationships? Like we supposed to be cuffed up? Right, you got Pierre, you're a great example, Pierre, not to put you on blast or anything, but you put it out there. Aquarius ascending, and what you got, Uranus in the 7th, I think, or something like that. Like, it's just like, yo, it's not looking fantastic over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how some of us are set up. That's how some of us are built. Yet we run around here in this pursuit of getting together, and it may not be in our best interest, Astrology is very important in this time. I know people love their religious texts and everything, and even the other esoteric books and stuff like that, but it's just like, yo, if you really looking for a blueprint that could be as descriptive as possible, I don't think anything beats astrology. It tells you exactly what it is. It tells you exactly what's going on with you. You want to pair up with somebody, get both of your charts, do a synastry chart. Do it. You want to find out where the best place y'all should live at, get an astrocartography chart. Do it. There's no excuse to be out here playing around with each other, B. And it's like, it's so good that this wake up is happening and people are coming to the understanding, like, yo, we was indoctrinated. This shit was filtered to us. The shit was advertised to us, right? The same way romance was advertised to people. Cupid shooting arrows in people's asses. Next thing you know, they go and buying a whole bunch of roses and chocolates and shit like that. It's just like, yo, pump your brakes, take it easy, homeboy. Because what happens when you get into it with each other, and then the next thing you know, y'all don't even really like each other like that. But shorty like chocolates and she like flowers. You get what I'm saying? You run out of chocolates and flowers, you run out of pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense type shit. So I think dude, very much on point. Looks like a young man at that. Like, it's good that the younger you can catch on to this shit, the better. Let me see what y'all talking about. Communities already exist, build bridges. That's true, Mag, but it's like, yo, the power structure. Okay, so the power distance, right, Mag? There's a power distance that exists that you can't really, I don't want to say it's impossible, but the most the have-nots can do is extract from that existing power distance. What I'm basically about to explain is Marxism. Extract from that power distance the best that you can and manage the best way that you can and start something new. Because how many stories have we heard of that where there were movements started by communities, grassroots movements and stuff like that? How many times have they been infiltrated by people in this very same nation that did not want to see them succeed, flourish, and build those bridges in those communities, right or wrong? So it's just like, it sounds wonderful on paper. It looks wonderful on paper, but the attempt to do it is much more easier said than done. The attempts to do it has been stricken down. It's like, yo, if we don't own tanks and ships and guns, and like if we don't own the manufacturing of that, the community is only going to be as strong as those things, as those assets. Like, we be thinking assets like, oh, a house, some people even say a car is an asset. It's just like, yo, no, we need the ports, we need the fucking ships, we need the fucking war tank, we need shit like that in order to make a true statement. And it might sound like overthrowing the government, or it might just sound like starting your own. Because if you don't, it's like you could a way to beat the system is to beat a system. But if you can't fit into that shit, if you can't fit into this mold that we talking about, all this shit, then it's just like Pierre said, or move somewhere else. That's why some people leave, you know, which can also be found in astrocartography charts or in your natal chart. You could do solar returns, bounce to another place in the world, do way better than you're doing where you're at type shit. You know, some people like you could look in, I could see in natal charts where people have rough childhoods growing up. There was some drugs in the household and stuff like that. How are you able to find that? So if I can find, let me rephrase that question. If I could find where compromised childhoods are in natal charts, drug addiction is in natal charts, do you think someone who is also skilled in astrology can't predict where people will be born with compromised childhoods and drug addictions, especially if I own the ships, if I own the ports, if I own the land, the real estate in the communities that we want to try to bridge? Don't underestimate people's predicting abilities, especially when it comes to these tools, especially when it comes to something like astrology. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that shit. It gets deep, yo. It gets deep. The drugs ain't over there in your community for no reason. They ain't just randomly land there. That shit is orchestrated. People know where to go to put the abortion clinics. People know where to go to put the foster homes. People know where to. That shit is predetermined. I'm saying some shit right now, but and that ain't. I don't think that's a theory anymore. Because I'm an astrologer. It's like too late to even turn back or turn my eyes away from that. Lots of dark nights, organized wolfing communities. Pardon, I'll go hard in the paint here. Puts on ears. Nah, it's all good, Mag. Speak your piece. Speak what you must say. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason for this whole. It's the reason for me starting this shit. You know, I'd rather not listen to myself talk. I do enough self-talk on my pre-recorded videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd love to hear what y'all got to say about this type of shit. I just bring the stories here, put my spin on it, and hear what y'all got to say too. These conversations are tough. They're tough. We're all opinionated. You know what I'm saying? We all got backgrounds, whether they're educational or just living social life. These conversations are tough, but when we have them still sharp and still, we're all going to learn from this shit. Leo in the 7th for you. Licious Booty, you got to be sure that your partner knows that you're going to shine regardless, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Leo in the 7th. I've done plenty of charts with people with Leo in the 7th. Facts. And there got to be some ego stroking here and there going on. I just want cuddles every day. Happy, do you? You gotta step your game up though. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like your game. You know, you said you ain't got no game, right? Or put yourself out there a little more or something. I don't. Matter of fact, look at your chart. Happy Scott, do you have your chart? As a matter of fact, you know, because where's your Cancer at? Where's your Cancer at? Pluto, yes. Uranus in the 7th, right? I thought so. And Leo, I'm terrible. Oh, innocent Leo. Opposite planet in the opposite sign. Oh man, 2 divorces and 1 other mess. Yeah. And you know, it's not your fault. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Well, then again, if we're going based upon what dude said in the video, right? Then we'd have to say it's your fault. But I think you knowing this now, the same way that you expressed to me, like, yeah, I don't think, you know, I don't think something's gonna really crack off in that department, because it's like, you know now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you knew that all your life. But it's like, when you know, you gotta keep it a beam with yourself. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm a Venus in Aries, so I'm gonna just say some shit, and you know, if you take too long, I might flirt with another broad. You know what I mean? If I don't know we serious, I don't know. You know, I don't know. If it don't look serious, if you don't say it, if you don't act on it, I don't believe you. You know, when we know these things about ourselves and we have these tough conversations, we can avoid getting in those entanglements. I think that's the best word for them shits too, entanglements. It's just like, yo, don't even fucking waste my time. That's what I was about to ask. Like, yo, are contracts any good? Because I, like what Shorty said earlier, Essence, she was like, yo, what would you, if you had to date yourself, what would you say? I say, yo, if I had to date myself, like the girl version of me, I'd be like, yo, let me date you for a month. A month at a time. And that might be looked as frowned upon, but it's just like, yo, I know me. So I don't know about the whole commitment thing just yet. Let me test drive for a month and see where that goes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sell you no dream and then, you know. And I'm just tossing that out there. You know, I don't know how meaningful I mean that, but our Sinistry biz partner lover was all money. Well, that's a beautiful thing if it's all when it's all money. That's what I was about to say about the relationships. Like maybe, especially this last piece that I'm gonna bring up, maybe we just need to say what it is, B. If we, like I was saying last episode, I'm probably looking for my business partner to be my lover. And vice versa. Like, I think that's where all this trial and error has come from with me, personally. And like knowing that now, I'm like, okay, because I got a placement that suggests I can marry into wealth. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, why am I squandering that with a lot of this playful shit that I be doing? You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just fucking around. I'm kind of out here playing with people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, get serious enough so that you could marry into wealth. And that probably looks like, you know, my shit is in the 8th house. My wealth planet's in the 8th house. It probably looks like securing it in that area. You know, some assets, some investments. Mag says it's a lustful, secretive world, though. Oh, well. That part, too. We got a lot of indulgences we like to participate in. And, you know, we got the power to avoid and refrain. And then sometimes I think we go inside our brains, bars of nice, and we say to ourselves, are those my thoughts saying that I must be restricted from having these indulgences? Or is that some childhood shit that was instilled in me by my parents and they didn't want me to be a certain way? So now I don't go and put myself out there. I don't date no one. I don't have one night stands. I don't pleasure myself. I don't do anything. I'm in a fucking house with cobwebs. Like, you know? So we got to check ourselves too. Because it's like, yo, scrub the lust part of ourselves out. It's like, what? Really? She's got miraculous tits. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? Just say, you know, oh my God. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I mean? I probably went a little overboard, but I usually do. I wish someone had explained that years ago. Astrocartography to move that 7th house mess, then maybe relationships would be a different type of mess. Facts. When I learned that about the solar returns and like that got something to do with dimension jumping. You know what I'm saying? So people be like, yo, wake up, you be in another dimension and then things in your life change. Well, you can actually do that with a solar return and astrocartography chart. You can look where your solar return is going to be in a different place next year, for example, and then say, oh shit, that's where the wealth is going to come from. If I move to that area, or that's where my partner, that's where my lover gonna come from. If I move to that area, then you get the astrocartography chart after it. You see what other lines run through that city, that state. You be like, oh shit, it's a whole new fucking life for me. Yeah. There are solutions out here. And so why do you think I know some of y'all might have heard this lately too. They're not afraid for people to leave the country. They want to trap people in the country, because if I've had y'all so subservient for so many years, for such a long time, throughout the whole entire empire reign, why would I want y'all to escape my prison now? Nah, I need y'all here, trapped here, because things are going well. The rich are getting richer. They don't want you knowing you could dimension jump just by looking at a few circles. Man, I'm talking that shit now. Now it's heating up. Now I'm starting to feel like I'm having fun again. Mag said, I lived on a self-sustaining type farm. I've looked into this to a unique degree. You can see the Minecraft model of the farm I lived on in my YouTube. Oh, word? I'm gonna start that. How, you know what's, I'm glad you bring that up. I just seen a video not too long ago where somebody was explaining how challenging it is to actually be on a farm. But I'm starting to feel like I don't even give a fuck how challenging it is. Like, let's milk these cows the best way we know how. Park Hill Project, pow. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Because, yo, you gotta pray over every fucking thing you consume now. Like, you don't know where to, yo, these products, man, that they putting on these shelves for us and shit like that. I'd rather would be in a farm. Fuck that. I rather would live some type of Sims life, but that is like more cultured, I guess you could say. Something that's more sustainable. I want to be married forever and ever. Let me blow a horn on that. Just because, like I said, yo, I'm not opposed to marriage. I am when it's like this, though. Let me put it up here. Or maybe I am. Damn. What the fuck? Pardon me, y'all. Let me try that again. But I'm going to put this up here just so we can dance around it. Oh, my goodness. Why are you acting this way? Okay. I have options. We're going to talk about this. Let me get back in the comment section first, though. You want to be married forever and ever, Sky? I feel you. If something could be long term, it's just, I think, yo, when people know themselves and they know each other, I think it's doable and I think it's supposed to happen. Like Homeboy said, though, if it ain't, stop playing with people. And if it is just some lustful, carnal shit, get you a prostitute, get a massage with the happy ending, or, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I probably ain't mean that 100% the way that I said it, but, or, get your fling thing going or not. You don't have to give in to that. But let's say your chart says that. Like, I've seen some stuff in charts. I'm gonna say myself included too. I can't ignore this about my chart too. There could be some porn star shit going on in people's charts too. So what do you do when it comes to shit like that as well? Like, we gotta know ourselves out here before we just be going to put ourselves out there like that. Because then once I see my girl chart, it's like you can't lie to me no more. Or you can't lie to me at all. It's just like, I know you. Like, there's nothing you can do once I have your chart, like, relationship wise. And I think we should all be having these conversations when we like someone. Straight up. Study the Art of War. Sun Tzu. It gives the map, long talk, something you'd be peaked on some things. Okay. Does Mercury and Pisces mean they don't talk? No, not necessarily, no. I think it more depends on the person's ascendant. Like, if you got an ascendant that's ruled by Mercury, you're going to talk any fucking way regardless. Now, if it differs, there can be some, like, misunderstanding when the person speaks, or they may speak on a highly spiritual level or in parables and riddles, and come across as deep, and some people just the average, I would guess the average person just won't be tapping into that, so they might be like, that's a deep brother. They might try to cover it up, but what they're trying to say is, they're weird, or they talk about strange stuff or something like that when Mercury is in Pisces. I got a Mercury in Pisces. It falls there. So you could talk about a lot of imaginative stuff, even ideas that sound outlandish or whatever the case may be. But there is a superpower in it as well. If you learn how to be creative with Mercury and Pisces, you can write Harry Potter books. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Write some Harry Potter books with Mercury and Pisces. You might not be the greatest conversationalist, like peoply with people, unless you have a Mercury ruled ascendant. I'm blessed in that area, I have to say. My Mercury, although it's in Pisces, is in the 6th house, ruled by Virgo, and I got a Virgo ascendant and a Virgo moon. So that really helps someone with that placement out. Marriage for me in the near future, keeping hope alive. Okay. I'm starring that. Wherever I see that at, I'm starring at because at least people are giving it a go. People are not shy. People are not scared of that shit. I don't think it's a terrible thing, B, if you can really give it a, what's that word I'm looking for? A devoted shot, a serious shot. Like, just don't take it lightly. Don't take it on a whim. Don't be like, oh, you know, it can't just be, oh, you got the hots for them and you want to fuck them and you have fun together. Like, it is, you got to cover some areas. I would say, look, from an astrological perspective, you got to cover the seventh and the eighth house. You know, maybe the fifth. Cover the fifth, the seventh, and the eighth house. All that other shit will work. Y'all will work it out. You know what I'm saying? How strong are your fifth, your seventh, your eighth? Do the synastry chart. Make that motherfucking shit happen. If you can, you know, get your vows, get your rules in order. Type shit. Let me see. We'll have to do a stream sometime. Back to listening. No doubt. Let's talk about that. We could talk about that. That's a fact. I got my Italian passport when the Australia government stopped me leaving during CV. Oh, so now looking at moving in a year to maybe Greece or Bulgaria. I had my eyes set on Bulgaria too. I ain't gonna lie. I know some people from Bulgaria that was putting me onto it, and then I seen I seen this dude on YouTube with mad Bulgaria videos. He make that shit look dope as fuck, yo. Like, yo, his videos make me look like, yo, what the fuck are we doing out here, yo? Bulgaria is that deal. Rural first will get you to do in astrocartography. Okay, no question, Pierre. I'll be up for it. I'll be waiting. Whenever you ready, just let me know. It's game time. The blueprint is really useful and great for people to get it early on before disaster. Right. Before the disaster. Do the charts, yo. Do the hard work. Do the charts. You know what I think people are afraid of with the charts? That it takes a lot of brain work and it takes logic. And it's like, well, how can I love a person and be excited about them and, you know, get aroused about them if I'm so much in my brain studying this fucking circle with all these lines and glyphs on it? Like, the person's right here in front of my face, or the person's right there on the phone with me. Like, why the fuck I gotta do all of this? And it's just like, yo, take this shit more serious, this life shit. It's a game, but it ain't, the veil is lifted, B. Fuck it, study the chart. Act like you got forever. Act like you gonna be with the bitch forever. That's why you taking your time and you looking at the fucking blueprints. You know? Unless you want to fucking crash. If you just want to be like, man, fuck it, yo. I got to fuck that. And then it ends up y'all crashing. Come on, B. Knock it off. Get your fucking chart. Would you be a kept man with a super wealthy cougar, but you gotta let her have control? Happy, that's a good fucking question. And I ain't gonna hold you. I've been in a few situations that kind of pertain to that. It won't work. It won't work because I'm a fish and I just can't be controlled. And that's just really what it's chalked up to. Don't get me wrong. I loved the part of being showered, pampered, taken care of, and all that good shit. Powerful woman, prestigious, all that shit, right? I'm fucking a fucking bonus, right? But in all actuality, it's not just the control part either. Like, I gotta be able to do what I want to do with my life. So if if there's some type of intervening with that, I can't do it. Even for the money, I can't do it. So I gotta keep looking. If she got the bag and she likes what I do, and like, yo, you can keep doing what you're doing, I fucks with you. I fucks with it. Like, I actually can deal with what you do. That's when I know I hit the jackpot. She could be a cougar though. I don't mind that. Yo, I think when we're younger, us men, we get that. I think that's part of indoctrination too. We get that feeling like, oh, yo, we gonna get these young bitches. We gonna be turned. You know what I mean? The young bitches. You get a certain age and you're like, no. That's, as a matter of fact, no, that's not true. And it may have something to do with my natal chart as well. And I've seen people's natal charts where they're attracted to older people and they're attracted to younger people. I'm not giving pedos a pass. I'm just saying I see it in charts, right? But from my experience, the younger chicks are just tougher to deal with. It's not the vibe that we thought we would be doing to be on some. It's not one of those. I'd rather a broad around my age and older. Them distinguished cougars, yeah, I'll fuck with a cougar. Shitting me. I see Venus in Aries 8th, a demon pipe slayer. Yo, this is what I'm saying. Hold on, we're gonna have to cut the commercial now because this is booty. What the fuck? Nah, but look, right? This is what I'm saying. This is why somebody pulled my card not too long ago. They was like, yo, what you expect? You be talking about your chart sometimes online. And I was like, damn, you know what? You right, B. But it's true. Like, what do you do when somebody got that? What do you do when your nigga got that? And you just gotta be like, all right, so what's gonna happen if I don't feel like giving this nigga some ass one night? Or a few nights, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what's this nigga gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's he gonna do if I'm not entertaining that area? Like, you probably have guesses and thoughts of what a nigga might do. You might, you know what I'm saying? And I've been in situations to where I wasn't even doing nothing, but it's just like they couldn't even fathom it. Like, okay, he's just been away from me for too long, and we fuck damn near every night. So him away for 3 nights in a row, like, it could get so chaotic. It could be, that's funny, but it's also real. It's also serious. Licious. Just had my solar return, so it's a great plan. For sure, I feel you. Once again, shout out to the Libras. My bad if more Libras are in the building. That's a happy solar return to y'all, you know what I mean? Oh, a Scorpio. Fuck my life, says Mag. I lived in an organic property in Queensland, and we had a nearby dairy, I believe you're saying, right? Dairy delivered us, okay, yeah, dairy delivered us raw milk every week. Bought shares in a cow. Was paradise. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit just sounds like it makes sense to me. Like, we need more of that shit going on. Mercury and Pisces. Big facts. Triple Pisces, Mag. India matchmakers did charts to make it real for centuries. We lost something in the West. Facts. Because in the West, it's the anxiety. It's the rushing. So when I was talking about how Google failed in China, it's because of that same mentality, that same cultural behavior of wanting to rush the process. Oh, here goes the number, here goes the paper, sign, let's make the deal. So I can get the money, you can get the goods, and I can go home and buy my bitch a Porsche. And it's just like the Chinese are like, nigga, do you know we can see you? Cat Williams' voice? Like, no, how about you come back tomorrow? Stay up in the hotel. Stay a week or two. I want you to meet my children. I want you to meet Uncle Larry and shit like that. And it's just like Americans just can't fathom that shit. Like, what? My wife is going to kill me if I told her I was going to come home and buy her a Porsche. Shouldn't have fucking told her that. Do you know who you doing business with? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. India, where a lot of this astrology shit derived from, you know, they didn't lose their tradition. They didn't lose their focus. And as a matter of fact, even in the West, like when you practice astrology in the West, that shit is usually taboo, it's hidden, and it's really occult. That shit is like a way of life in India. But out here, astrology, that shit is kept under wraps. Like, we just started this whole coming out in the open, talking about this shit. Like, yeah, this shit is really usually kept for the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't ask, I won't tell type shit. We do this shit in the lodges, in the basements, in the fucking, you know what I mean? So yeah, you can't expect Westerners to be in tune with this type of shit we talking about. Gotta do what you want to do as you do it feels. Right. I go with the I'm gonna go with the flow type of person until I don't know, I guess something happens that I have to do otherwise. But yeah, if I'm not on my mission, we're gonna have relationship issues. We're gonna have spousal issues if I'm not on my mission. But again, we could look at the charts. We could look at the solar returns. We could kick it like, yo, baby, listen, I got a mid-haven solar return this year. I want to be with you more. I want to do more with you. But it's just like, yo, my career it's my purpose this year. You know? We come to that understanding. That's my boo thing. If not, if I can't get that understanding, it's just like, oh, fuck, we're going to have issues. We're going to have problems. And if you going to be on that, oh, fuck that astrology shit, then I really can't deal. Just like they used to be on that, oh, fuck that God body shit. I don't want to hear that God body shit. Like, yo, we can't deal. We got to figure this shit out, woman. I'm not trying to be thrown by the wilds of your tits. You know? Tyrese's new girl is very young compared to him. Is it a control issue? Is she? She does look, I mean, she's pretty. She's gorgeous. I ain't going to deny that. How much younger is she than him? We gonna unpack this shit is a sad story, B. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all, yo. This shit is a sad story, yo. This is what Shorty said, right? And yo, when I first seen her, like I didn't even know that was Tyrese's wife. I just seen her on videos. She's like on every fucking platform. Like she's blew the fuck up. Sometimes I listen to her shit. I'm like, she bad as fuck, first of all. But I'm just like hearing her out and shit. I'm like, okay, talk your shit, Shorty, or whatever. Having relationship issues is her thing. So she's apparently still not in one. The way that she was talking in them videos. Anyway, and this is what she said. Come to find out she's Tyrese's wife. She says, I only married Tyrese because I wanted to first. Y'all know I don't usually do the celebrity shit, but again, sometimes when I gotta make important points, it's worth it. I only married Tyrese because I wanted to further my career, says Samantha Lee, his ex-wife. Before Tyrese, I had a guy. Yeah, I'm gonna read the whole thing first. Before Tyrese, I had a guy that loved me so much. He was even ready to settle down, but I wasn't. When Tyrese came, I decided to marry him since he could give me a push in my career. Along the way, I saw myself talking to my ex. It wasn't going again, says Samantha Lee. Oh my God, you can use the person to push your career and still divorce him to get money? Moral lesson. So look, right? Let's unpack the first thing first. She says she only married him because she wanted to further her career. Look, I don't know if I'm so upset or angry about that. I'm like, okay. But I doubt that she came in the door saying that. You understand what I'm saying? Zelly Timothy is born in the 90s. Who's Zelly Timothy? Is that? Okay, so her name ain't Samantha Lee? I don't know what her name is, to tell you the truth. I just know the face. You know what I'm saying? Who's Zelly Timothy, though? But look, right? If she's saying, yo, if a shorty that I got chemistry with is telling me like, yo, you're who you are, and because you are who you are, I feel me getting with you will better my opportunity to become successful in my career in this area, in this industry in life. Tell me, ma. I might be up for that shit. Honesty's the best policy. Tell me the fucking truth. Did she come across like that? Or did she just push her tits up in a turtleneck and just come at him the way that she best knew how to come at him? Ended up having his child. And if it was just about the career, why you had a baby too? Or is that a stupid question? You get what I'm saying? Because if y'all had y'all charts, is what I'm saying. Oh, Samantha is the ex-wife. Right. Okay, so Tyrese got a new girl already. So why is Tyrese on these shows talking about his ex-wife still? Like, and he going in about that shit like he want her back and anything. Kind of confusing if that's what's going on here. But, so his new girl was born in the 90s. Maybe he wants, you know, again, maybe it's just one of those situations where the younger person is naturally attracted to older men, which I've seen. I've also seen charts to where the person does not know that until they get older. So they've dated people either their age or younger than them until they reach a certain age. It's usually in their 30s or their 40s and even in their 50s that they come to the realization that they actually want and need an older man or older woman. He comes off as a narcissist to me. That might be it though, Licious Booty. That might play a factor, because with this new information, I didn't know he had a new shorty, because I just now seen him. I don't know if y'all seen it. It looked like he going on tour, like he on a press run talking about this situation. So to hear he got a new girlfriend, now I'm thinking like, damn, how shorty must be feeling right now, knowing that you damn near going on a world tour on all these shows, talking about your ex-wife, and he's coming to tears and all of that shit. I understand the pain that comes with losing your family. You know what I'm saying? And not under the pretenses that you believe it could ever happen to you. But still, B, like, to be done like that, or the way that the way that he's conveying it is like, yo, bro, fuck that, you Tyrese. Move on. You can do maybe better. Sure, you could do better. My point is, do your motherfucking thing. You don't gotta go out like that. You know? Zelly is only 29. Maybe more easygoing, or maybe just more understanding. Again, sometimes the chemistry, you know, I'm not hating on. Yeah, you see that age difference? Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think if they got true chemistry that they can pull that off, then they should rock out. They should do that. As long as if it ain't another thing, like if she's hiding the fact that she wants to blow up and become a celebrity or further her career by dating Tyrese, and he's doing it again, then it's like, yo, my man, go get your fucking natal chart. Get hers too immediately. Anyone watching this, whether it's live or on the replay, get your chart and get theirs too. Stop allowing people to play with you. Bars because I'm fucking nice. And now look, the guy, look, and this story is repeated often. When people got the love of their lives, or maybe allegedly the loves of their lives in their life already, and this motherfucker is doing everything that he can possibly, or she can possibly afford to do, at least anyway, and you're just like, nah, I don't think I'm ready yet. You know? I'm just describing a scenario. I'm not saying she was right or wrong for letting homeboy go. But she did. She let him go like, oh, I'm not ready yet, but homeboy over there, I can advance my career fucking with him. And maybe that's where some people are in life sometimes. Maybe she had solar returns that were in her angular houses during those years that she met Tyrese, and said, you know what, this is my time to go for it. I feel it in my soul. So she did it. And she got what she planned. She got what she wished for. And now she went back to the old homeboy, and she still ain't ready to settle down. She might still be in that angular process, because, you know, solar returns go in angular, succeeded, and cadent houses 10 years at a time. So you could do angular trips in solar returns for 10 years, meaning you go from the first house to the fourth house to the seventh house to the 10th house, first house, fourth house, seventh house, 10th house, first house, seventh house, fourth house. You get what I'm saying? So you are changing as a person on a particular level, on a particular focus, 10 years at a time, a decade at a time. If your spouse don't notice, your spouse could be mind boggled because she met you when you was in a cadent house solar return. When you was finishing up with your ex, you told her, you're like, yo, just wait another year, I'm ending things with my old boo, you know what I'm saying? And after that's done, I'm going to come kick it with you, because they was in a solar return in a cadence house. But when they got with you, it jumped to the 7th house solar return, where the partner is. So they like, oh, yeah, okay, now I'm with you. Bang, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Then it jumped to the 10th house. Oh, it's my career this year. I got my bitch and I got my career. We popping, it's on, you know? You gotta know this shit about, you know what I'm saying? When you know this shit, you won't be so negatively affected and impacted by it. Nana, hey yo, what's up? I know I was missing some people. What's good with you, Nana? Just gotta sound a horn off for Nana coming through. Round of applause. Despite how late it is, I don't give a fuck. Now the shit is turning up. But it's like that sometimes. Sometimes we gotta put the boring stuff out there, y'all, because it's important. If we just live our life on that roller coaster going downward, you know, we could face the same ills that the people in the scenarios that we're talking about right now are facing. And then it's just like, what's the point of even having these conversations if we can't absorb a little boredom here and there? I seen Tyree's chart. Oh, have you? He has a South Node in his 7th house. Oh shit. So he was not going to win in divorce court just by that South Node. Cause I said, as soon as you said that, I said, oh shit. Damn, he need to stay away from marriage in this life. You heard? That's where he's comfortable and complacent at, being with a mate. He's comfortable there. I just tapped in from a Halloween party. Say word. Yo, we was talking about that earlier too. Somebody asked me if I was going to a Halloween party. I'm like, I would like to smash some pumpkins, but nah, I'm not going. That's what's up. I'm glad you went and enjoyed yourself. For the rest of us, how was it? Maybe you didn't enjoy yourself. How was it? Did you get any candy corns? Who made that candy? Like, who eats candy corns? For why? Why did they do that? She decided to marry him. She kept it a bean though. You know what? I don't know if that's, I think she's just being real with herself. But again, I think it's after the fact though. And I think after the fact is the disturbing part, because it's like, damn. I think women are cunning to the point where I think she knew that in the beginning is pretty much what I'm saying. Maybe it wouldn't have went the way that she planned it if she would have exposed herself in the beginning. Maybe not. You know, it takes two to tango. Also, it's no big deal, but my name is meant to be pronounced Nana. Nana sounds so geriatric. Well, thank you for explaining that to me. So, Nana is it, right? Or Nana, excuse me, Nana. I got a cousin whose nickname is Nana. But Nana is the way to say it, right? Like Il Nana, Foxy Brown. Correct me. That's what I'm talking about. Tell me. This is what I'm saying. Be upfront, forward with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Have me fucking guessing. So, yo, look, right, y'all? This the part where we fucking talk about whatever the fuck y'all want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got no more content to look at. Like, that's all I got for this episode. So, if y'all got questions, astrology-based questions, or y'all just want to talk about relationships, Libra type shit, or whatever the case may be, now is the time to state your claim. It was great, good music, and I painted a hammer and sickle. Communist pumpkin, say word while enjoying some liquor. Say word. Because we were talking about those ideologies. I think that was either last episode or the last couple of lives that I've been on. Yes, Il Nana be okay, cool. Nana, all right. Now I'll remember for sure. He can date long term, but contract marriage is a no-no. Yeah, because that shit is just, damn. That's not his only time married either, is it? I think he was married before too, and it ended up in a divorce, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, no, not recommended. You can't type. Like you a tipsy typer right now. That might be what it is. Word up, real talk. You just a tipsy typer. So what y'all got going on for the Halloween holiday or whatever the case may be. Again, with me, I'm just being creative. I'm keeping it a being unless something pops up that I just can't turn down, but I doubt that's happening. Pretty much. But yeah, I ain't got no more content, y'all. So look, that's gonna bring this to a close. And I might start doing something new. I don't want to get stagnant. It's not that I feel the pressure to either, but I just feel like maybe y'all could put like input into things y'all would like to hear about as well, as long as it pertains to where the sign that the sun is in, the astrological sign that the sun is in. Maybe a little bit more interaction on the outskirts, like what would y'all want to hear about? You know what I mean? And sometimes I need y'all to get boring too. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes the topics got to get boring and a little, you know what I mean? A little serious, you know what I mean? Thanks, Mag. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, brother. True talk. You know? I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm just, you know what I mean? And I'm in. I'm what, 4 episodes in now? So, you know, I see the structure. I see how to format the structure. This is not a hard thing to do. Pause. That's crazy. But it's not a difficult thing to do. This is actually rather simple. Yeah, it's rather simple, and this can go places. North Node compatibility. Let me get my pen. North Node compatibility. That's interesting. Because then you really, I mean, relationship-wise, when you think about it, right? Your North Node compatibility is going to say a lot. Because you'll always know the direction that your partner is going in. So if you can't make plans around it, or if y'all can't make, you understand what I'm saying? It's just like, or you can understand like, yo, if you try to go against your partner's North Node, you can probably predict that shit ain't going in the way that you want it to. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good one. North Node compatibility. You're doing it, big fan. I appreciate that, Mag. Word up. I'm trying, man. Yeah, I'm doing it. Like you said, I'm doing it. Yeah, man, fuck it. This shit feels good too. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if this shit felt awkward, or if I ain't like doing it. You know what I'm saying? I actually get excited knowing that, oh shit, Friday will be here any day now. You know what I'm saying? Now when I browse social media, I don't feel like wasting my life away either. I'm working. You know what I'm saying? When I see some shit that I be like, oh yeah, I'm bringing that to the Starcast Bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna talk about that. And I can't help it that I'm a business scholar. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bring some of that tough shit to the podcast too. Like, yo, we need to talk about this. I don't give a fuck. We gonna get back to the funny shit and all that. We gonna sprinkle all that shit around, but we got to get to that serious shit too, because we ain't gonna be laughing our pain away. You know? Some people take themselves out behind that shit, keep masking their pain, because they don't want to have the tough conversations, and we gonna have them bitches. You can use the pop the balloon dating clips for a discussion. Yo, you know what, Licious Booty? I was just cracking jokes on that shit not too long ago. Like, yo, I ain't ever watch a fucking pop the balloon fucking thing. I can't help but see the clips floating around, because that's all y'all want to fucking watch. But that shit just, what the fuck is going on? Like, I couldn't even fathom understanding that. But you know what? It may make great content. So now I'm going to open my mind to your suggestion, Licious Booty. Because first of all, it is Libra season. And to my understanding, and correct me wrong, that's what the pop the balloon shit is about, right? Yeah, you said dating clips. So yeah, let me write that down. Pop the balloon dating clips. Because I'm pretty sure we can get a lot of meat and potatoes out of that, even if that shit is like slapstick surface type shit. I'm just guessing that it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm judging too hard. Because I'm just like, yo, why would you get on TV and pop balloons and saying you with it or you not with it? Like, yo, you bring me on TV to pop a balloon on me? Like, that shit better be scripted. That shit better not be real. Fucking bring me on TV to pop a balloon on me. We not doing all that. I like the vein, the bad guy Taurus reading. I like the vein. Yeah, you tipsy typing, girl. I like the vein. What vein are you talking about, yo? Is that vein? Oh my goodness, what are we doing? The bad guy Taurus reading. Oh, I like being the bad guy Taurus. Did I do a reading like that? No. I don't know. You're gonna have to fill me in on that. You're gonna have to clarify that. No. So I make sure I get what you're saying correctly. But yeah. Those two requests I'm gonna definitely have something for. Being, you like being the bad guy Taurus. Oh, you like the. All right, so what's the word? You got reading after it in a question mark. What are you saying, ma? Yo. Don't be trolling me. Nah, it's too late in the night for that shit. It ain't too late in the night for nothing. Let me stop. It ain't too late for nothing. Anything else, y'all, before I let y'all go? Before I let you go. Nope. Alright, cool. So, yo, once again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Just email it to me when you sober up, Nana. Email address right here. Because I'm fucking lost. Oh, the recent Taurus video I did. Is that what you talk about, Nana? The last Taurus reading that I did, with the tarot reading? Jesus Christ. The bad. Yo, what you was drinking? What you said you had? Y'all chicks, y'all be drinking cognac now. You drinking cognac? No. Okay, so that's what you talking about. All right. You're the bad guy, Taurus. Okay, now what is... Oh, you like that video. Okay, cool. Should I do more? See, people... Yo, I be trying to put tarot down and advance my career. You know what I'm saying? But there be some people that just love when I read, yo. And I'm just like, damn. It's like tough to put. I ain't gonna hold you. I really like that video a lot too. I think it was saying something more to me too. Like that shit went viral kind of too. And I'm like, damn. Why that fucking video went viral out of all it? You know, sometimes I question that shit. Like if I put like 5 videos out and one of them go viral, I'd be like, there gotta be something to that. Why that one get so much attention? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit be bugging me out. Things I'm learning from the narrative style. Oh, YouTube here. You see, that's why I be tough. Like sometimes I be like, man, I'm gonna just read by myself. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, damn, what's the sense of having a camera here, having an audience already? You know what I'm saying? I already got y'all a little bit hype, I guess. Like I might as well just turn on the camera and read too. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's sometimes it's challenging to know what signs to read for sometimes too. So I done did them all, you know what I'm saying? But, it'd be that algorithm, B. I'm keeping it a beam with you. I don't always know how to, nor do I always want to know how to freak the algorithm. Like, I just rather do what I do when I feel like doing it and just, bleh, I don't care. Just meh. Just let me read and, you know what I mean? More shadow work. That's what the tarot reads majority of the time feel like too when I'm doing it right. It's that shadow work. Like when them cards was coming out, it's like, yo, you're the bad guy. And I'm like, oh shit, I am, ain't I? Cause we swear up and fucking down we perfect, yo. Or we swear up and down we good. Knowing damn well somebody out there fucking hates our guts, B. Somebody is mad at me right now for some shit that I'm oblivious to, but I did do, or I can at least perceive that, like, yeah, you know, you probably hurt that person when you said that, or when you did that, or, you know, when you fucked her, you know, homeboy used to fuck with her, you know, he don't like you because of that. Yeah, all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? But to think, oh, I'm still a good person. No, you fucked this girl, man. What the fuck are you talking about? That is not good. Or you know he loved her or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using examples. I'm not saying I really did that, y'all. Love those 2 sets of tarot cards. Can you share what they are? You probably are talking about, so I'm gonna share what I'm dealing with right now on the tarot level. These are the deck. Now this is my messy deck. So hold on. This is what's the vibe. When I say, yo, we about to get messy, I'm pulling these cards out. I don't think I pulled this out on the Taurus read, but when I did on the Pisces read, when I get messy, like when I say, yo, if you want to know the deets, you want the fucking tea on people, yeah, that's the what's the vibe deck. All of these decks gifted to me, by the way. Beautiful people, just wonderful people. That's why this is another reason why I'm just like, yo, let me read, yo, because, you know, I got the gifts because I got the gift. So I might as well share the gift, right? I be trying to pump myself up with these talks to convince myself to keep doing certain shit. This is the tarot card that the tarot deck that I've been using lately. I got a couple, but this is actually the Wandering Star. This is by Kat Pierce. Pardon. She got a couple of more that she added into it, like the Mother Star and what's the other one? The Creator card, I believe. But it's definitely beginner friendly too, so you could learn while reading it. Like it got the words printed on them, and it's a real beautiful deck. The illustrations are just wonderful. I love them. I like the way the cards feel too. Got a nice feel to them. Now this right here, I love glyphs and symbolism. So this blind spot deck is what I usually set it off with when I'm doing my tarot reads. And this, you want a card? Look, y'all gonna have me pull a card for y'all asses now. See what y'all done started? Licious Booty, you going night-night? All right, Licious. Thanks for coming by again. I appreciate you, yo. You hung out, so I appreciate that to the fucking fullest. You understand me? Enjoy your rest. Enjoy your astral projection if you choose to do so, or if it just happens unwillingly. Sometimes you just go. But this is the blind spot deck. This is where I be getting that deep shit to set the readings off, because I be wanting to know what's hidden. I be wanting to unearth what's hidden most times before I'm starting these readings now, because I want more of a spiritual, in-depth feeling when I read now. So I definitely use these for the glyphs. And you got a glyph tattoo tonight? Nah. What are you drinking, yo? The Gemini one on your hand. Word, say word. Oh, you are lit tonight. I feel you though. Fuck it, yo. You know what I mean? But I love glyphs, you know what I'm saying? I love the symbols and shit. So this is real good. I know the definitions be long sometimes, but it be warranted, it be needed, yo. The shit that this shit be digging up, it be needed. If I didn't feel the accuracy, this one thing I know is truly a gift. Because once I get to drawing a card, like I'll draw one of these cards, and then the tarot cards will just clarify the card that I spoke of. So it's just like, yo, I'm going with it. So this is what I set my readings off with. The Blind Spot by Teal Swan. And this is my favorite deck now. This is the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. This is written by Kim Kranz. This is my favorite deck now. The imagery, the colors, the everything, the definitions, everything about this. about this deck just gives me it's alchemy. And it explains and breaks down alchemy so intelligently in this deck. This is like, when I want depth, I'm going here. So tarot is at this point, it's just like secondary. Tarot is just like, oh, okay, let's get some clarification. Let's get some more details based upon what we generally know about tarot most of the time. You know what I mean? And then if I want to get messy, I want to have a little fun. If y'all want to have a little fun, I'll get the what's the vibe deck, and shit just start. People's secrets start spilling out. Shit, I can get people's secrets too when I'm drawing tarot. Don't get fucked up. Like, I could find some shit out drawing tarot too. But yeah, that's how I want it. Y'all want me to draw a card? I'm gonna draw a card for all of us. Or y'all want, or y'all spoiled. Y'all want a singular draw. Y'all just want a card only for yourself. Look, I'm gonna use the Alchemist deck and draw a card. I'm gonna just draw one, y'all. You said you got it on your hand. It's cute. Is it cute, or you just saying that because you got it? Or are you just saying that because you a little tipsy, Nana? You wake up and that shit don't be cute. That shit won't be funny. That shit would not be funny. You sure that's the only place you got one? You wake up and that shit be a fucking Pisces glyph. You be like, yo, could have swore I got a Gemini. The fuck happened? Messy tarot. Oh, see, here you go now. Now she like, no, the messy tarot. Alright. I'm gonna honor that. Yes, the glyphs and the hexagon shaped cards. Okay. Yeah, blind spot is the glyphs, and the hexagon is the alchemist deck. The wild unknown alchemist deck. Yeah, that's where the depth be coming from, yo. Nana, see, Nana she wanna stay turned up. She's like, get the messy deck. Release the Kraken. Jesus Christ. What I'm gonna do with y'all? It's been a time, though. It's been a time. Spirit. Nana and collective crew wants to get a little insight on the messy things of life. I'm gonna peace out for now, but I enjoyed this. I'm around, Home Slice. Appreciate you. Likewise, Ditto Mag. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you too, man. Word up. Be safe in your travels, of course. Pop back in whenever you feel. I have a small Gemini glyph on that skin flap between my thumb and index. Okay, so that's cute. Yeah, it sounds cute. You're right. That's the word you use too, right? It's cute. Yeah, it's cute. I can imagine it. That's cute. Shit. Alright, now. Just make sure that motherfucker don't turn into two fishes when you wake up. You solid. You good. Spirit. What we got? One card, Spirit. If it resonates with somebody here, that's gonna be wild. But I'm gonna just draw it on my own. This is the card. What we got? Waves, emotions, worry, fear. I don't know who's secretly holding on to emotions, worries, and fears. I'm gonna keep it a bean. It ain't me. So I might be reading for somebody, but it ain't me. I'd keep it a bean if I was feeling this personally. But nah, it's been smooth sailing. Anybody? Probably not. Or maybe so. And if you want to keep it to yourself, that's fine. Or it might just resonate with somebody on a replay, you know? But I'm not going to get into a deep read. It's waves, y'all. So don't be surprised maybe if a wave appears in your life soon. You know, stirs up your emotions in some type of way. Causes some type of anxiety. Bad card. It's me. I stink up the energy. I don't know. Are you taking accountability for that? Okay, yeah, you are. See, on this show, women take accountability. This shit is just unprecedented. Maybe just a necessary card. I feel you though, Happy Sky. Because it just didn't resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make me want to pull more now. Getting somebody business. Getting Nana business. This is probably Nana whole reading right here. She asked for the deets. What else? Old exes, dead relationship, old ways, clingy. Someone is in fear of a relationship, losing a relationship in some type of way. Or maybe threatened by the old relationship because you're in a new one, or getting in a new one, or trying to get in a new one. And it's your ex that's clinging on to your tits or something like that. Hold on. What else, Spirit? Thanks. I'm listening to different tarot reads, even though I'm not Pisces or Taurus. And I think on the part of my chart where that energy is. That is wise, Pierre. I tell people that too. And I tell them not to force it, you know what I mean? But you'd be amazed at what you can learn from reading another sign's tarot read and applying it to where it is in your natal chart. It's amazing. No isn't what, Nana? What else we got here? Apology, arrogant, rash actions, insincere. Who am I reading for? Am I reading for me and I just don't know it yet? I'm not trying to force it either, but someone's coming with an apology. This look like it's starting to make sense. Someone's emotionally disturbed right now, having anxiety or fear of losing someone, or they're either losing someone because they fear losing someone because of their involvement with their ex, like they're still involved with their ex or something like that, or their ex is clinging on to them because they have a feeling that they're moving on or something like that. It's one or the other, and someone's going to offer an apology because they reacted in a brash kind of way. Did I use the right word for that? They acted impulsively and it came out sounding fucked up, but they meant it. So the apology is just bullshit. I take that back. They can find a more compatible love. Ex can go to hell. Oh shit. More compatible love. So nah, you just getting a tarot read now. What else? Get all in your business now. The glow up, new opportunities, new career, successful business. So this is what I'm feeling. The old energy, probably that worry and all that is probably, they will be met with boundaries if they reconnect because they are in a relationship. Okay, so it's them. And a glow up is at hand now. So this is what I'm getting, whether it's you or not, but it seems like it is you. Someone, whoever I'm reading for, is emotional and they have anxiety. They have fear about a relationship or the moving on from a relationship. Any apology given is going to be insincere. It's not going to come from the heart. They meant what they said when they said it, how they said it, or their decision, their action. I'm even picking up on some people didn't say anything. They just did what they did. And I'm also feeling that because of focus, someone may actually be doing something with photography as well, or something to deal with, something that utilizes lights, like these lights, like LED lights. But it's a new opportunity for a business venture in some type of way. You said you have an interview Monday. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, there that is. I really am reading for you, huh? Well, great luck on that interview when it comes through. I think it's actually going to. I think it's going to work out for you. Successful business, new career. Yeah, it is. I'm not even drawing no more after that. You're going to end that on a positive note. It's the glow up. New opportunities, new career, successful business. Don't worry about the ex. You know what I mean? Libra season and all that. Doesn't matter. You know? Remember, North Node is in Aries right now. So focus on you. Keep doing what you got to do. Everything is new. It says new opportunities, new career. That's Aries energy. You know what I mean? Stay focused, kid. Stay focused, nah. Yo, that brings this to a close. Episode number 4 of Astrology After Dark. I'm so grateful and thankful that everybody who came out, gave it another run. Let's give ourselves a round of applause, especially for being up at this hour and still keeping it rocking. I appreciate y'all. Until next time. Burning bowl or whatever. Nah, you gonna take your ass to sleep. You gonna get your rest on, man. But then again, nah, stay up, do your thing, stuff your face, whatever, eat your chips and dip, whatever the fuck you do. You know what I mean? Enjoy the rest of your evening. Don't let me be a Debbie Downer. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy that Halloween spirit. Fuck that. Take that down. All right, y'all. Till next time.